girls who are down low and in the post, and I think she'll be perfect for that position.
Inside to Caden Brown, outside to Kenna Collins. Her shot misses, and Ozark Mountain down the floor quickly. Brown back to defend, forces to pull up two. Off the glass, off the rim, won't go. Kenna with another defensive rebound. She's going to keep it herself down the floor. She's got a defender on her hip, though. She'll get it back to Lexi Wallace into the lane. Her shot up won't go, but Brown takes it out of the air. And Caden off the baseline won't go. Offside rebound to Ozark Mountain. And Madeline Gilmore up the floor quickly. Over the top, in the lane, off the glass. Good. 2 points for Kira Kleinhardt.
I think that they're sending someone back every single time as the get-back person. I think we're not seeing that yet.
Kenna Collins answers with a three. I don't know if that's her first basket or not. I may have missed baskets a little bit. 25-19, so the scoring really picking up here in the second quarter. 4:42 in the second. Clinton 25, Ozark Mountain 19. Collins going to get a breather, though, and I think that's your younger sister, Shelby Standridge, into the ball game, number 20 for the Yellow Jackets. Only a sophomore is Shelby.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be in a man-to-man. She's going to be defending Hannah Wheeler. Now she's going to come over. No, she's with a steal. And Shelby with it. She'll get it off to Lexi Wallace. Lexi down the floor. Two defenders. She'll force it up. Gets it to fall. And it will not count. They'll say the foul occurred before the ball left her hand, before the shot go off. So don't count the basket. Inbound it from the baseline. What would that have been in college? I know sometimes we play the higher you, or at least the pros, you get that kind of continuation and they'll count the basket. Would that have been called the same way in college? Is that a foul on the floor? Don't count the basket?
I would hope they would count the basket, but probably not.
And three-point attempt by Olivia Johnson won't go. Caden Brown's tied up, but Clinton will keep it in alternate possession. Kaylin Lashley to inbound from the baseline.
Last night, I don't know if you were watching the boys' game, but they called a foul, but then there's three shot, and they counted that. So I don't know what the call is with that. I guess it's just whatever the ref's opinion is.
A foul away from the shooter.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Count the basket,
but
and
they
then
counted the basket.
The foul counts too.
Lexi Wallace on
Lexi
that one.
for two. And Lexi, she may be the only player with more than 2 field goals in the ballgame for the Yellow Jackets. I've got her unofficially with 13 points in the ballgame. Three-point attempt. Basket good by Kira Kleinhardt. And 27-22. So Ozark Mountain kind of hanging around. Clinton not able to pull away. Johnson on the drive. Gets into the lane. Bumps into a couple of players. Kleinhardt, I think, whistled for the foul. On the floor. Yellow Jackets to inbound from the baseline. Toss it up high, quickly from left to right, behind the three-point line. Johnson on the drive, gets to the lane, floats it up and in. Olivia Johnson, 2 more. I've got her with at least 7 in the ballgame, 29-22. That may be Clinton's biggest lead thus far at 7. 3 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the second quarter. I think Clinton now has gone to a zone defense with, Lashley at the top. Wallace and Johnson on the wings. Caden Brown and Standridge down low into the lane. Put it up off the glass. Good. 2 points for Hannah Wheeler. 29-24. Up the floor, Johnson catches. Back to Wallace on the left side. Wants to drive. Gets down. Puts it up over defender. Won't go. Caden Brown inside. How about that? Pretty play. Caden Brown for 2. 31-24. Caden's got the size. She's kind of got a similar body size, I think, probably to you as far as height and that. And kind of play on the outside, but that height, she's kind of play on the inside. Going to be tied up again, I think. That is the call. Alternate possession to Ozark Mountain. You were kind of a player, I don't know, you explain better than me probably too. I did sometimes. Kind of a forward, could face the basket, but then kind of one of the taller players inside ended up kind of playing some traditional post play too with your back to the basket, and inside, outside. And
being my size has its advantages and disadvantages. You can play multiple positions, but then you're expected to play multiple positions.
And ball gets loose. Clinton comes up with it. Brown down to Wallace. 3 defenders, bounces it to Olivia Johnson. She kicks it out to Kenna Collins for 3.
Nice.
Collins with another 3 from the left side. She got 2 3-pointers, 34-24. Biggest lead, 2:05 to go.
When you get the ball inside and then get it back out, that's some of the best play that you can get. Get the inside and outside play.
And is that something you think that Coach Matthew Post, is that something that's been coached?
Oh, yeah, I would say so. Between him and Coach Howard, I feel like it's been instilled in my mind.
Lexi Wallace is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. We talked about Coach Matthew Post as when he kind of came on to the girls program here at Clinton and had all those early morning practices in the fall and before school and kind of the transition play and getting players up the floor. A lot of times just being able to make the passes, not even able to put the ball on the floor. And I used to always talk about on the radio, I think that just has to come from repetition. It seems like his teams, they always know where to be on the floor. They always know where the next pass is going to be. It looks like they don't have to think about it. They don't have to dribble the ball. I don't know if that was your experience or.
Oh, yeah. Those early morning practices, those are tough, especially at 5:50.
What, Wallace, did she make one free throw, 35-24?
I think that's Olivia's 3rd foul. Did they call it on her? Yep.
Let's see. You're correct. And it looks like she will come out of the ball game. I think Maggie Gresham will return with 1 minute, 37 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Johnson to the bench. Olivia's having a good scoring day. I've got her at least with 3 field goals, 7 points. One of those a 3-pointer. She's out with 3 fouls. Yellowjacks with 10 players dressed out today. Inbounds pass, going to the basket, up and in. And a good one. Is that Casey Brumley? I got a Maddie Brumley. I'm not sure. Into the corner. Kaylin Lashley's 3, up short off the rim. And a foul away from this shot. Inside, trying to get position for the rebound. Who'd they call on that one? Is that going to be
Caden Brown? That's her 3rd. A little bit of foul trouble.
Yeah, at least a couple of players. She will leave the ball game. Is it Shelby returning?
Yes.
Shelby Standridge in. She's going to be at the top on that zone or on the wing on that zone defense. She and Wallace. It's Kaylin Lashley at the top. Gresham and Kenna Collins down low. 35-26. Shot clock on. 24 seconds. 1:08 here in the second quarter. Into the corner, fake the 3, step inside, put up the 2, it won't go. Rebound, Kaylin Lashley. Quickly on the move to Wallace. Ahead to Gresham, and Mag's not going to be able
to that one a little bit.
Catch up with that, let her a little bit too long there. On the dribble, into the lane, shot up, won't go, foul called, and free throws for Ozark Mountain, trailing 35-26, 49 seconds.
Kenna's 2nd.
And gets the first free throw. Jasmine Fletcher, 35-27. You can hear the Clinton cheer squad maybe through the broadcast. They're down to our left as Fletcher gets the second free throw, 35-28, 48 seconds. And Wallace already across midcourt. Into the corner. Collins bounce pass to low to Gresham. Kind of lost it for a moment. It's out of bounds.
I thought that should, there we go. He just pointed the wrong way.
We'll correct that one. That's right, Clinton basketball, 39 seconds. Shot clock stays the same. It's at 26. Collins into Wallace. She'll bounce past. How about that? She finds Kaylin, misses. She gets her own rebound. They try to peel it off from behind before the second shot. Foul called. And they're going to that'll be 2 free throws for Kaylin Lashley.
I don't think the Ozark Mountain fans like that call.
Trying to think they're just here below us down to our left as Lashley gets maybe her first points of the day. First one I've noted gets the free throw. They are just down the road, Western Grove. I always tell folks that's exactly an hour it takes me to get there from Clinton. You throw in another 15 minutes or so to get to Harrison, so they're 15 minutes down the road. Clinton's about an hour and 15 for their folks watching the game. Both free throws by Lashley, 37-28. Inside, outside, back down low to the post. Couple defenders there. Shelby's there, and they're going to whistle Shelby Standridge for the foul. I think what she came to body up, and maybe her still moving her feet there.
Oh, she does that when we're playing one-on-one. She loves to
lean into you.
Yes. Except it's a little bit more aggressive on me.
Do you get these days? Do you get the chance to play any together anywhere?
Yes. When I've been home for break, we have several times. And then most Sundays I'm able to come home for church. And so we usually go to the gym after church, and we'll go and be there for an hour or two and just play against each other, shoot.
Kenna Collins, after the made free throw, and Ozark Mountain gets it down the floor, takes it in the lane on the move. She got 8 points, three-pointer at the buzzer, just short off the rim. And that'll do it. The first half comes to an end. Lady Yellow Jackets, maybe the biggest lead, but for the most part, it was a tight first half. But they'll close out here, leading Ozark Mountain 39-29 here at the break. Live from the North Ark Community College Pioneer Pavilion. I'm Jeff Hall. That's Sydney Standridge. Aaron Duhan on the video with us. Halftime, senior boys coming out. They'll warm up a little bit. They'll take on the Ozark Mountain boys here after this one. So we'll step away from the mic here in just a moment. Stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
First Security has been putting our home state first since 1932, helping fellow Arkansans and their families buy homes, grow businesses, and build futures. Today, First Security is still committed to helping you bank better, providing local solutions and local support in the places we love too. It's community banking with people you know and people you know you can count on. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com. Member FDIC.
Yellow Jacket Basketball is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters. By Clinton Stockyard. By Elite Automotive. By Regions Bank. By Johnny's Automotive. By Crowell Saw and Supply. By Dr. Kyle Hensley and his staff. These fine sponsors bring you tonight's basketball game on KHPQ.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets. Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in north central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Now's the time to make a positive change in your life. This is Savannah from North Ark. Did you know North Arkansas College teaches evening classes in Clinton? We can help you finish your college degree or start college for the first time, no matter your age or life circumstances. Let us help you find all the resources available to make college a possibility financially. For more information, visit www.northark.edu/Clinton. And remember, at North Ark, we believe in you.
Well, that's a good lead-in, Ron. I don't know if we could have planned that any better. The North Ark Community College commercial. And if you're on social media, if you're around Clinton High School, you've probably noticed this past year in a partnership with North Arkansas Community College. What they've been teaching classes there in Clinton, maybe the students can take or adults can take in that, and you'll see some posts about that, and maybe signing up for classes. Maybe probably not too late for spring semester classes. I don't know. Maybe Sydney. Maybe you can just come back and you can just go to. You can take North Ark classes back at Clinton High School and play with us some more instead of your college game up here. But we'd like that. But looks like that good partnership, and certainly the girls program. You being a part of it those last few years. This has been a place that Clinton's liked to come to play. And be it regular ball games throughout the season or regional tournaments or state tournaments, folks who came to your state tournament run, the Final Four that year when we bust in everybody from the Clinton School District on all those buses and had such a fantastic atmosphere. But you're a 2023 Clinton graduate, and now you're a North Ark pioneer up here going to school playing basketball. So catch us up a little bit on how things have been going for you over the last year or so.
It's been good. I've just been playing a lot of basketball. I'll graduate from here in May. Not sure where I'm transferring yet, but it's been great the past 2 years. I definitely think coming to play JUCO basketball has been a really great transition from high school basketball. And I've been able to play quite a bit just because I'm only competing with one other class of people. So it's been a great time here. I've met a lot of really great friends through basketball. It's almost like having your own little sorority, except they're your teammates. But I've really enjoyed it. I think the partnership that North Ark has done with Clinton is a great opportunity, and I'm not sure that many people have realized that, but basically high school students can graduate with an associate's degree now for free because they don't have to pay for the classes because it's through the high school. It's a great opportunity. I wish that we would have had that when I was in school. Obviously, it probably would have limited my playing time here with having so many hours, but still, it's a great opportunity for everyone to get some classes, and I mean they're not too bad either. Classes, you just schedule your time, and it's really doable. So, anyways, but yeah, it's been great here. I've been able to meet some of my best friends and play some basketball while I'm doing it too.
Yay! Any particular course of study, general education, anything that you'll leave here with when you transfer? So
I'll graduate with my Associate of Arts, and then I will have a general studies in business. So I've changed my major to business with a focus of going to law school whenever I graduate with my 4-year degree. So that's my plan right now. So we'll see how it goes. But they've got some great programs here. This program wasn't for me, but our Rad Tech program is a really big deal here.
What's that consist of?
So it's like a basically when you go to the doctor, the people that look at your x-rays, and a lot of people are interested in doing that here. And our nursing program is good. I've got a teammate that's actually in the nursing program right now. And so her load is big. She's bouncing nursing school here and playing basketball. So, and then one of my other teammates, Kendall Rook, she's from Rosebud. I played her in high school. And she's planning to go to the Rad Tech program after this next year. But it's been funny because a lot of people I play with, I've played against at some point, especially last year. I played with 3 of the Bergman girls, and that was weird. It was weird. It was a little weird at first because we had played each other so much and competed. And I remember the Final Four game here when we played them here at North Ark in the state tournament, how heated that game was. That's when we had all the bus of people come, and all the Bergman fans were here because they live so close, and it was fun. They're fun to compete against, but it was even more fun to play with them.
And folks, how closely you keep up with girls basketball in the state of Arkansas, if you could probably take out about a 50, 75-mile radius, a circle here in north central Arkansas, and you arguably may have the best girls basketball teams in the state from Class A on up to 4A. By the time you throw in Clinton and Mountain View and Valley Springs and Bergman, Rural Special, Wonderview, Nemo Vista. Think how far I have to get. You're talking about teams with multiple state championships, and so the level of girls basketball play up in this part of the state is really good. Oh, yeah. And Coach Howard, he does a great job at recruiting a lot of people from those areas, and so the majority of the time he's got teams that they've all played against each other and they know each other, so they're pretty comfortable with each other. He does a great job recruiting and getting people that are local. And, we've got Keely Blanchard on our team this year. She's from Norfolk. I played against her a lot in high school. She's a great player. It's been fun to play with her. She's real athletic, and
I actually played against her here in the NAC tournament. I guess my junior year, we beat them in the finals. And we were talking about that the other day, how it's funny how the world works and how now we're playing with each other.
Well, you mentioned it a moment ago. Anything you would add, or what do you remember what that year? Was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago? Class 3A, you and your teammates from Clinton, the winningest class in Clinton High School girls basketball history. You make it to the Final Four. I think we've always talked about since then. But for how the schedule played out, we probably should have been in that championship game. And the best game of that was in that Final Four between you and Bergman, where we bust up 6 or more buses of students. What do you remember about that tournament and that game?
Well, I remember watching all the students walk in and all of us just being like, oh my goodness. And it was nerve-wracking having that many people come in to watch us play and just how big of a deal it was. And no doubt in my mind, I think that us and Bergman were the best two teams.
Bergman was undefeated.
They were.
Their school's just down the road.
43-0 that year. Trust me, I've heard it a million times from them. But, yeah. I think that was technically that should have been the state championship game. I wish we had been on the other side of the bracket. And then my senior year, we got beat in the Elite Eight against Morrilton. That was just a heartbreaker. We moved up to 4A our senior year, smallest school in 4A. And so that was just real heartbreaking because I definitely think if we would have still been in 3A, we would have been the team to beat that year. But it all works out for a reason. Things happen for a reason.
Well, hey, let's take a short break. When we return, we'll be ready for the second half. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
Visiting with Clay Maxey, your hometown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. Here's something we don't hear anymore. Prices are dropping at Clay Maxey.
We've just decided with inflation and the way prices are going up on everybody, we wanted to take a real hard look and see how we could help the community by lowering some of our prices. Across the board, we've done everything that we could do to lower prices on our services, our costs of labor, our used inventory. We've got to do it in order to be responsive to our community and our customers.
See the change at ClayMaxeyCDJR.com.
And we're back. 39-29 is the score here. The second half underway. Clinton leading Ozark Mountain. The Bears, that's on the campus of Western Grove High School. It's a consolidated school district of 3 elementary schools, and then all the high school kids go to the Western Grove campus. And this is the biggest lead of the ball game, I think, by Clinton. It was fairly tight there, close back and forth throughout the first half. I think Clinton has, I don't know if Ozark Mountain, they led early, like 7-3 or something like that. But for that, Clinton has led ever since. But they've not been able to pull away. Let's see how they do here to start the second half. 3-point attempt won't go. Tied up, alternate possession to Clinton. On the floor, Kaylin Lashley, Lexi Wallace, Maggie Gresham, Olivia Johnson, Caden Brown. Well, I know you noted earlier, Caden Brown and Olivia Johnson, they left the second quarter with 3 fouls apiece, but they're going to start the third quarter. Lexi Wallace is the leading scorer. I've got her unofficially with 14 points. Olivia Johnson with 7. Kenna Collins with 8 points. And 2 points by Ozark Mountain cuts the Yellow Jacket lead to 8, 39-31. Lastly, fakes a 3, dribbles, gives it to Gresham. On the side, the free throw line, she puts it up in. I've got her unofficially with 6. And on the dribble, moving to the right side, shot up, won't go. 2-point attempt by Maddie Brumley, a miss. Clinton down the floor. Johnson's shot blocked from the side. Ozark Mountain going the other way, up the floor. Can't catch up with it out of bounds. It belongs to Clinton. Well, what would you say, knowing Coach Matthew Post and Tammy Hodges-Johnson, a 10-point lead, open the second half, what would you like to, what do you think he wants to see in his girls here as we get underway in the third quarter?
I would say run them down. Just keep pushing it to them and score as much as we can. That way in the fourth quarter we're up a good amount. That'd be the easiest thing to do. So hopefully we can do that. Coach Post was all about outrunning the team and getting good transition. In those early morning practices, we practiced that a lot.
Do you feel like you had an advantage as far as your conditioning and being able to play in the second half or late in the game because of that?
For sure. Yeah, definitely. When we started the season, I felt like we were in pretty good shape. He was all about the running for us in those mornings, and we ran miles. And I know they've still been doing that because I hear Shelby complaining about it at home.
And a 3-point attempt won't go. And again, I think City pointed this out earlier, and shot up by Olivia Johnson won't go. Offside rebound. Ozark Mountain's going to come out. Again, we're playing on a college floor. There's 2 3-point lines. The high school line is that inner line. It's in red here on the Pioneer Pavilion floor. That outer black line on the outside of the gray boundary, that's the college line. So sometimes it's a little bit confusing when you look down, you see where their feet are. Is it a 3? Is it inside? But look for that red line for the high school 3-point shot. Down the floor, Clinton still leading by 10. Caden Brown on the dribble, gets in the lane, kind of slides, gets by a defender, draws contact, foul called. Caden Brown to the free throw line.
Back to that conditioning, I feel like right now that we're outworking them and hustling them. So I'd say it's paying off for them right now because they look to be dragging a little bit. Ozark Mountain. I think they're the Bears, aren't they? The Ozark Mountain Bears?
I did check that online before the ballgame. The Ozark Mountain Bears. I'm not sure what Western Grove was, or it's one of those consolidated. They come up with maybe with a new mascot name. So
maybe they're the Indians. Maybe my roommate, my best friend's mom, she actually graduated from Western Grove.
Oh, okay. Caden Brown gets 2 free throws. I've got her with 6 points. 43-31 is the lead. And Clinton man-to-man defense. The Bears slow it down just a little bit. We kind of see how they want to their offense. Kaden Lastly knocks it out of bounds. 16 seconds on the shot clock. It's over in front of you see the Yellow Jacket senior boys. If you're watching on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel, the KHPQ Facebook page, a few of them sitting there. There's Carter Holland sitting on the front row, and a few of the other guys there watching, taking in the girls' game. And the steal, Lexi Wallace down the floor. She'll try to beat the pack. And she'll bounce past to Maggie Gresham. Maggie's shot up won't go. Gets her own rebound. Puts it off the glass. Good. Maggie Gresham. I've got her with 8. 45-31. Biggest lead. So now maybe Ozark Mountain having a little trouble scoring. Only 2 points, I believe. And we're 4 minutes into the third quarter. Shot up won't go. Gresham defending. They may have whistled Maggie for a foul. One thing I remember about at least your junior and senior year, I'm not sure if it started earlier than that, I would often and let's see, we may be having a little bit of difficulty. We'll see. On the video feed, getting a message from Ron Robertson on Facebook. Well, sometimes we'll see. The signal tries to go through the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel and the KHPQ Facebook page, and sometimes maybe one of those might not be connected. We may have it on the KHPQ YouTube channel, KHPQ Facebook page. We're double-checking here. I'm not sure. It may not be coming through, as Ron said there, but if you're trying to watch it, if you can't get it through the KHPQ Facebook page, go to the KHPQ Sports on YouTube. Shot up, 3-point attempt won't go. Yep, Ron says YouTube is okay, but maybe it's on the Facebook page. I'm not sure if that's something we can adjust or fix on the fly here. If you are trying to watch, if you can hear us, go to KHPQ Sports on YouTube. Clinton 45, Ozark Mountain 32, 3:42 in the third. As Caden Brown will get a breather. So you've got Lexi Wallace, Olivia Johnson, Maggie Gresham, Kenna Collins, and Kaylin Lastly. Off the inbounds pass, Gresham, turn, swing, a little bit of a hook or jump hook. Misses, gets her own rebound. Third attempt, she's fouled. Maggie Gresham to the free throw line. So you got to like what you see about Maggie, kind of staying with it. Can't get the first one, can't get the second one, doesn't give up. She'll go to the free throw line.
That post position, it's all about battling. After every ball game, I am sore. I know Maggie is too.
Maggie may have the best size or a little bit of a height advantage on the floor against the 5 for Ozark Mountain today.
I would say overall we're quite a bit bigger than this team for the most part, with height as well.
And Maggie gets both free throws, puts her in double figures with 10 points and 47-32 lead by the Lady Yellow Jackets. And a foul away from the ball as Kennedy Collins is defending against Madeline Gilmore. I saw Gilmore went to the floor. I didn't see the contact, but got a whistle. I think Kennedy Collins for the foul. And it looks like that's her third personal foul. So she, Caden Brown, and Olivia Johnson. That's right, yep. All 3 fouls apiece. 47-32. Outside, inside, high post. Step back 2 behind the free throw line. Won't go. Rebound, Olivia Johnson. Pulls it down on the dribble. Up ahead to Wallace. Across midcourt. 3 defenders in front of her. On the move. Takes on the second. And draws the foul. Wallace to the free throw line. I started to say earlier, at least watching you your last couple of years there at Clinton, and you put a lot of time in. Mickey Parrish came in, and former UCA Bear, and Clinton basketball player from maybe the best Clinton boys basketball team in the last 40 years. I'd often see Mickey in the arena there and kind of helping you as a post player and do things.
Oh, yeah, I give Mickey a lot of credit. He definitely helped me a lot throughout high school, gave me a lot of moves, and as he would call it, he gave me some tools to put in my toolbox. So,
well, one thing we'll always say about Mickey Parrish, what he did with Scottie Pippen at UCA to make Scottie Pippen the player he became, and able to do that with you and leading to your college career. So you're in pretty good company there.
Oh, yeah.
And foul inside on the Yellow Jackets. Keep it with Ozark Mountain, but it's Clinton in front, 48-32, 2:58 in the third. On the dribble, inside, Gresham defending. She blocks the shot out of bounds, but I think she took an inadvertent hand up to her face there. She's going to have to shake that one off. Let's see. Official's going to check, make sure she's okay. I don't know if that got her in the eye or got her in the nose. I think probably Maggie's mom's a pretty good basketball player. So Maggie's got she may have her own coach there at home to help her work on her game here in her senior season before she heads off to college. Up the floor to Collins on the dribble. Runs into a defender. It's out of bounds and belongs to Ozark Mountain. It looks like Kate Henry will return to the ball game. And Gresham's going to come out, make sure she's okay.
Does Kaylin also have 3 fouls on the score clock? It shows 3 has 3, but I don't know if that's there. I don't think they have a 3.
You could be right on that.
I guess we have, so that's 4 players
with 3 fouls. We'll have to see. There's still a lot of time left in this one, but there's a timeout on the floor. 48-32, third quarter. Stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, First Security puts all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com. Member FDIC.
Visiting with Clay Maxey, your hometown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. Here's something we don't hear anymore. Prices are dropping at Clay Maxey.
We've just decided with inflation and the way prices are going up on everybody, we wanted to take a real hard look and see how we could help the community by lowering some of our prices. Across the board, we've done everything that we could do to lower prices on our services, our cost of labor, our used inventory. We've got to do it in order to be responsive to our community and our customers.
See the change at ClayMaxeyCDJR.com.
2 points out of the timeout, 48-34. The Yellow Jacket lead. Lexi Wallace on the drive. Shot off the glass a little bit hard. It won't go. Players crash for the rebound. And a foul called on the Yellow Jackets. 4th team foul. So non-shooting, but fouls for the remainder of the 2 minutes and 12 seconds in the third quarter. Ozark Mountain will go to the free throw line, but they've also got 14 fouls. So Clinton will be shooting free throws as well. Henry defending at the top, Clinton a man-to-man. Collins, lastly, And Ozark Mountain going to lose the ball out of bounds. It belongs to Clinton. And down the wall to Lexi Wallace. She's one of the players to watch for the Yellow Jackets after her play last year and throughout the summer. A lot of the folks who keep up with high school basketball.
Pretty sure Lexi's got a couple offers to some places. I think Hendricks and maybe Williams Baptist. I'm not sure if I saw that, but I think there's been 2 places I've seen posts that she had an offer. Maybe it's Crowley's Ridge, something like that.
Yep. 3-point attempt, basket good. And that's Madeline Gilmore with 3, 48-37. Wallace with it. Starts. Tries to pass it up high to Johnson, but it's picked off by Gilmore. She'll keep it herself down the floor. Going to take on Collins. Off the glass, good. So Gilmore goes outside, inside, a 3, a 2, and she's got it back to single digits for the Ozark Mountain Bears, leading 48-39. 1 minute to go in the third quarter.
Oh, yeah, foul.
And Gilmore's going to pick up the foul. She comes over the top into the back of Olivia Johnson on the pass at the high post. That'll send Olivia to the free throw line on the 5th team foul by Ozark Mountain. And Shelby Standridge going to check back into the ballgame. Younger sister of Sydney here with me at our broadcast position.
It's a little weird to see her wearing the same jersey I did.
Number 34 for the Lady Yellow Jackets, dressed in white, trimmed a little bit of gold. Kaylin Lastly out. How would you describe your sister Shelby's basketball game here in her 10th grade year?
I would say that she has a lot of potential. I think she'll get to show quite a bit of that over the next 2 years. One thing about Shelby is that the majority of the people in my family, we're all pretty tall, and Shelby hasn't grown a whole lot yet, and so we're not. She might not be tall like us. I mean, she's still good size, but I think we've all been waiting for her to hit a little growth spurt.
Get her spurt.
But I know that Coach Post expects a lot out of her. She's a little bit different than me. She's a little sassier.
Foul called. Ozark Mountain at the free throw line. 47 seconds in the third quarter. The first one's up and good. I think that's Jasmine Fletcher. It's at least her third free throw made.
That's Kate. That's Kate's second, too. Her second foul.
Katie Henry picks up 2, so the foul's kind of picking up for the Yellow Jackets. And the second free throw is up and in by Fletcher. 49-41. That's down to 8 with 42 seconds in the third quarter. Wallace right, left, back outside to Standridge to Collins. She's on the drive. Bounce pass through the lane. A little bit of traffic. Bounce pass down low. It's going to go off Maggie Gresham out of bounds. It's kind of good thought. Just kind of a tight space.
Good idea. Just, hard pass to make right there with all their players right there in the middle of the paint.
Uh-oh. There's a little inadvertent elbow into Olivia Johnson, and kind of rotating her elbows was Hannah Wheeler. And I don't know if that's going to result in a foul, but they'll stop play just to make sure Olivia's okay. Looks like she is. Keep the ball with Ozark Mountain. 25 seconds to go in the third. A little bit of a double team out high. Looks like Ozark Mountain wants
to. Are we playing a 1-3-1?
I lost. I didn't look quick enough. Shot up, though. Rebound. I thought they were going to try to run down the clock. But instead, they get the shot. Clinton gets the rebound. Wallace back out to Collins. Olivia Johnson for 3. It's up. It won't go. Rebound, Ozark Mountain. Wallace knocks it out of bounds. Third quarter comes to an end. Clinton pushes out the lead. Ozark Mountain dials it back in just a little bit. 8-point margin as we enter the fourth and final quarter. It's Clinton 49, Ozark Mountain 41 when we return. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Adventure awaits, and with the all-new lineup of Chevrolets, those adventures can become reality. Jolie Chevrolet has the best lineup of cars, SUVs, and trucks ever. Why go from A to B when imagination can take you everywhere? And remember, when you need service work, Jolie's service department can keep your Chevrolet running like new. Make your best deal today at Jolie Chevrolet in Clinton. Find new roads in your new Chevy vehicle.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing, and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing, and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair, Towing, and Recovery, 745-2992.
That's Sidney Standridge Tonkin joining me today from a broadcast position. My colleague is away out of state. He'll be returning. I think he'll be back for the Monday broadcast, on Monday afternoon, back here at the Pioneer Pavilion in Harrison for a couple of games, girls and boys back-to-back on that day. So glad to have Sidney with us today. I'm Jeff Hall. Aaron Duhon running the video for us on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel. This holiday special here from the North Ark Community College and Pioneer Pavilion. Clinton 49. Ozark Mountain 41. Ozark Mountain, Western Grove. That's the campus these high school students are at. A consolidation of 3 schools. Olivia Johnson for 3 to open the fourth quarter. I've got her now with 10 points.
Good way to open up the fourth quarter.
How about that? Back to a double-digit lead. 52-41, 10 points by Johnson.
Oh, Shelby.
Ooh, Shelby, maybe she tried to knock that one away. Whistled for the foul. Team's first. Her first. Second foul, excuse me. I don't know, maybe she like offense, defense, both. Any preference for her? Or?
I'd say she probably likes offense. Oh.
And on the move, shot up, won't go. Foul called. 2 free throws to Ozark Mountain. I think Ozark Mountain wanted a third foul called on Shelby. She came to defend there for a moment. I think the crowd's thinking maybe she got a little push in the back there, but on the dish.
That's just playing physical.
That's right.
That's just my sister, but I think with Ozark Mountain being a smaller school, they're used to getting a lot of the pushing calls, and when you get into those higher classifications, not talking down on the lower classifications at all, but it's more more physicality involved in the game.
Kind of different style of play, and the officials call it different. And I wanted to ask you that in the third quarter. I didn't get a catch up there on time, and talking about the play in the lane on any differences or distinctions in the girls' game at the college level where you're at as opposed to high school as far as inside play, outside play, and maybe how the game's called as well.
Oh, it's definitely more physical, 100%. Good shot.
Olivia Johnson, back-to-back threes, 55-43.
I pretty much go into every ball game knowing that it's going to be a fight, almost in a literal way. It's tough to play down low, especially at the college level. I'm playing a lot of girls that are bigger than me and are stronger, and so you got to battle with them. Oh.
And Kenna Collins ends up with the ball. Coach Matthew Post ends up with a timeout. Kind of saved a possible turnover. 6:51 in the fourth, 55-43. You playing here at North Ark, kind of the conference, the region that you play in, and maybe it's different from team to team like any other conference around the nation, but how would you describe the play? Is it the three-point game? Is the inside play? Is it just dictated by the players you have on your particular team? How would you describe it?
I would say with my team we have a balance of both, and so Coach Howard's all about we want to get it inside to get it outside. And so our game is definitely revolved around trying to score in the post, but also relying on our shooters to shoot the three. And I think with the teams that we play, it's about the same way as well. It just depends on who you're playing. You know, we play some teams, and we know that they're going to shoot it more and not be out inside as much. But then we'll play some where we got to pack it in inside because they're going to be taking it to us. So it just kind of depends on who you're playing and what they have.
Out of the timeout, Shelby Standridge in the ballgame. She'll inbound Olivia Johnson. They're joined by Lexi Wallace, Kenna Collins, and Maggie Gresham. Ball out of bounds. Keep it with Clinton. You know, there's probably more knowledgeable women's basketball fans right now in the country, in the state, than there ever has been before. Arguably, maybe last year, Olivia Johnson for 2. She's got a 3, and a 2. Maybe the last 3 chips down the core, 57-43. After last year, what Caitlin Clark did, Angel Reese, a lot of other lady basketball players at the college level. I was watching college basketball. My dad was watching women's college basketball. And there's probably more more eyes and more knowledge on women's basketball than there ever has been at the college level.
Yeah. Well, I think it's one thing that some people don't recognize, and that's just kind of a lot of people want to watch the men play, and I want to watch the men play too. I mean, it's not like I don't want to watch them either, but women's basketball is not as noticed as some, and Caitlin Clark definitely changed the game of that last year for people watching it.
Jasmine Fletcher gets the first free throw and the second. It's Clinton 57, Ozark Mountain 45. Lexi Wallace, Kenna Collins, Maggie Gresham, Olivia Johnson, Shelby Standridge on the floor for Coach Matthew Post. 6:12 remaining in the fourth quarter. Wallace on the dribble. It was Wallace, the leading scorer early for the Yellow Jackets. Johnson's come on big. Olivia's going to put in another two. She's tearing it up here at the end of the third quarter, start of the fourth.
She's having a good fourth quarter.
59-45, back to Clinton's biggest lead of the ball game.
I think that might be Kenna's fourth right there. Yep.
And you're right. And substitutions. Shelby's out. Kenna Collins is out. Caden Brown returns.
And Kaylin Lastly's in.
Kaylin Lastly back. Okay. A little bit of foul trouble, but we're in the fourth quarter. And I think still got a lot of players with fouls to give for Coach Matthew Post. 5:50, trying to cut in the lane. Olivia Johnson's in the way. Contact made. Johnson's foul. And that's going to be, is it going to be her fourth? It is her fourth.
I don't agree with that call. I just think you gotta, that girl was cutting and Olivia was just not letting her cut across the screen. Not in a necessarily foul way, but I don't know, maybe I don't think it's a foul because I do the same thing.
First free throw up and in. And the second, good as well. So good free throw shooting by Ozark Mountain. I think both of those by Kelly Middleton. She started off the ball game leading the way for Ozark Mountain, but been kind of quiet since that time. Wallace to Johnson. Olivia's going to get to the lane, left to right, scoops it up. Can't get the basket, but she's fouled. 2 free throws for Olivia Johnson. Might be her first of the ball game. I've got her unofficially with 17 points in the ball game. Talk to her parents. They're just sitting here below us at our broadcast position.
I graduated with her older brother, Titus.
That's right. Used to call Titus his name on the basketball court. And what was a tennis player? Maybe a baseball player as well. I think he's over at Arkansas Tech now.
Yep.
I used to see him, sometimes I see him leading the music at PD Baptist Church on the worship team. I've seen a video of him too, so. He's not here today. We'll have to ask him why. He may be busy somewhere. Couldn't make it up, but shot attempt by Ozark Mountain. Misses in the rebound in the lane. Kaylin Lastly muscles it away. Outlet pass to Wallace. Led her a little bit too far. But the official's going to say it was last touch by Ozark Mountain. Right there on the sideline with Carter Holland. He might have had his hand on it. He's still sitting on that front row watching his schoolmates. For he and the senior boys will take the court in the next ball game. Take on the Ozark Mountain boys.
Oh, roll, yeah. Oh, I missed the roll that Caden had right there.
Caden on the drive, gets by a defender, splits two, can't get it. Gresham fighting for the rebound.
Yeah, good call.
Foul on Ozark Mountain before she could get the shot off.
I think the Ozark Mountain fans went over back call there, but thing is, you got to be blocking out to get over the back call.
Inbound the ball. Johnson up high to Gresham. She'll force to chase it down near midcourt. And get it off to Wallace. She'll drive the lane. Poked away from behind. She gets it back. Dishes to Gresham. Spin. Shot up. Won't go. Do you call that a hook, half hook, a jump?
That's a hook shot with the spin.
Double dribble on Ozark Mountain going the other way. Ozark Mountain defense drops back, and they'll let Wallace and Lastly get it up the floor to be Lexi. Dribbles with the left hand, right hand. Back and forth. Gets it. Foul called on Ozark Mountain on the drive. So they try to poke it away. Clinton will have to inbound from the baseline. Up high to Gresham. Lexi on the dribble. They won't let her get in the lane. Back to Johnson. Deep three, almost from the college line. Misses just short off the front of the rim. Rebound, Ozark Mountain.
Oh, you got to pick up the ball.
Pull up two. Free throw line extended. Misses. Lexi with it down the floor. Pass ahead to Johnson. Shot blocked.
Oh.
And Ozark Mountain with a rebound. And then Caden Brown trying to catch up. Make some contact. Maybe a forced her out of bounds with a foul.
Oh, that's her fifth.
And fifth personal foul. So Caden Brown will have to leave the ball game. Kenna Collins returns at the 3:59 mark here in the fourth quarter. Clinton 61, Ozark Mountain 47.
So let's see. Kenna's got 4. I think Olivia might have
Has
4.
4. Mm-hmm.
Kaylin might have 4 or 3.
Yeah, the fouls. Yellow Jacket. Ten players dressed out today. I think we might be missing at least 1 or 2. I don't think I see
they're missing
Lily
Cameron,
Cullum.
Yeah, Lillian Collins,
Cameron
Keith, and then
is Brooklyn Collins here?
Yeah, Brooklyn Collins isn't here either.
Okay. Kind of happens sometimes during
Holidays.
Christmas week and holiday week. Folks have plans and places they need to be at. So 2 free throws, converted by Ozark Mountain, 61-49. And Kenna Collins on the dribble, took a step and whistled for the travel. .340 remaining in the ballgame. Clinton 61, Ozark Mountain, the Bears 49. Down to the low post, 2 defenders. Foul called on the shot attempt, and we'll see if that goes against Kenna Collins or Maggie Gresham. Kenna may be wondering about that too.
Maggie's third.
Is there anything this year, your second year at North Ark at the college level, any particular emphasis you have on your game, or Coach Howard on things that still trying to develop in you and your game?
Well, I don't know. That's kind of a hard question.
Yep.
I would just say finishing my shots, finishing my moves when I'm going up against bigger girls, just trying to be as strong as them without having the same muscle they do. I tried this summer really hard, but
Shot by Johnson won't go. I think I did see you and your mom at Clinton Fitness Center.
Oh, yeah.
At least once when I was in there, so maybe working out there. And 3-point field goal by Ozark Mountain. Madeline Gilmore. Ozark Mountain will take a timeout. We'll take a quick break. 3:09 remaining. When we return, Clinton 61, Ozark Mountain 52. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Visiting with Clay Maxey, your hometown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. Here's something we don't hear anymore. Prices are dropping at Clay Maxey.
We've just decided with inflation and the way prices are going up on everybody, we wanted to take a real hard look and see how we could help the community by lowering some of our prices. Across the board, we've done everything that we could do to lower prices on our services, our cost of labor, our used inventory. We've got to do it in order to be responsive to our community and our customers.
See the change at ClayMaxeyCDJR.com.
Yellow Jacket Basketball is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters. By Main Street Florist. By Joe and Hash. Troy Groszowski with Edward Jones of Clinton. By Carrie Renfro of CMG Home Loans. By Susie Allen Salon. By Meller Sanitation. By the Webb Family Auction. These fine sponsors help bring you tonight's game.
That's the voice of Sydney Standridge joining me today for the girls' broadcast, watching her younger sister, Sydney Standridge. And then I haven't noticed him yet. Your younger brother going to be dressed out today on the senior boys, Sam Standridge.
Yep.
He'll be one of the starters for Coach Judson Smith in the senior boys game to follow. So it's a family affair when the Standridge and the Newlands.
We're all about basketball.
Sydney herself plays college basketball here at North Ark or in Harrison on their campus. And the traditional Well, maybe a little bit different format this year, and I think there is a name of this tournament. It's a little bit different this year as far as the traditional tournament and quarterfinal, semifinal, championship game. I think it's one of those, like a lot of them are today's, where you're guaranteed 2 or 3 games and maybe not proceeding towards like a championship game.
Right. Yeah, when I played here, shot clock violation. This year they're doing a classic this week, and then next week they're actually doing a tournament. But I think they just split the teams up they had entered and did one classic and one tournament. But used to, whenever we played the North Ark tournament, you lose 1 game, you're out. And so, but if you kept winning, you get 4 games. So it just it's kind of like a state tournament setup.
Right. 61-52. On the drive, shot up, off the glass, won't go. Kenna Collins with a rebound. Quick outlet to Wallace. Lexi across. I think the current rule in Arkansas high school basketball, the Arkansas Activities Association, I don't know, maybe when it changed up, didn't always like this, but I think a team can play 30 regular season games at the high school level. And whether it's in tournament or classic play or it's single regularly scheduled games, you get 30 before your postseason tournament begins. I think in the old days maybe you used to get to play 2 in-season tournaments and then schedule your games, and maybe it was a lower number than 30. But I think that's the rule. You just gotta plan it out so that you play 30 one way or the other.
Yeah.
And a lot of these things are easy, like you said, classic, where it's say, hey, come here 3 days, you're guaranteed to play.
It's easy for the coaches to kind of
what you're going to play. Yep.
I think this is the 50th annual, class that North Ark has hosted, and I heard that it was the last one. I'm pretty positive.
Okay. Shot up, won't go. Ozark Mountain gets the rebound. I have a second attempt, but it's Kenna Collins. I'm not tracking rebounds today, but I know she's on the defensive side of things. Defensive rebounds the first half and the second half. Collins has done a good job rebounding. Clinton's trying to run some clock with 1:11 remaining and a 9-point lead. And Lexi Wallace has it, and I think Lexi's one of those players as a junior. If you can get it in her hands, they're not going to take it away from her, and you're going to be forced to foul and get her to the free throw line. So if you're Coach Matthew Purse, you've got a luxury of Lexi Wallace with the ball. She'll go ahead and take it in the lane, put a shot up. It won't go. Ozark Mountain with a rebound, but the clock's down to 50 seconds.
The thing about holding the ball now is that you got to think about the shot clock. You can only have it for 35 seconds at a time. And so I think it's real easy to get distracted and forget that we still got to score before that shot clock goes off, or try to.
It has changed the high school game here in Arkansas. From a lot of old-timers will remember when you could play a slow-down game or hold the ball and kind of use that. Maybe you often think of it at times as a David versus Goliath, or a team taking on a heavily favored team. Could they hold the ball? Could they run the clock? Could they limit possessions? And those days are gone here.
Which here at North Ark, we get 30 seconds, so it's 5 less than what you get in high school.
High post, Gresham with it. They'll reach in. She'll spin away. Get the shot off. It won't fall. They whistle for a travel. 61-52. We're down to 17 seconds in this one. The Lady Yellow Jackets are going to get the win today here on the North Ark Community College Pioneer Pavilion. In their first game of the tournament. Clinton Senior Boys played yesterday, picked up a victory over Rogers, but the girls' first game today, they'll play again on Monday. Lexi Wallace has it. Heave at the buzzer. It won't go. And your final score will be Clinton 61, Ozark Mountain 52. As the teams will line up, they'll shake hands there across midcourt. Cheer squad will come out and greet them near half court. And it looks like they will probably settle in for a post-game prayer here and a victory at the Pioneer Pavilion. Clinton over Ozark Mountain. Both teams will join together here after this one. Keep the camera rolling. It's KHPQ Sports on YouTube. We'll step away from the audio for just a moment. When we return, we'll wrap this one up, and we'll name the First Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
First Security has been putting our home state first since 1932, helping fellow Arkansans and their families buy homes, grow businesses, and build futures. Today, First Security is still committed to helping you bank better, providing local solutions and local support in the places we love too. It's community banking with people you know and people you know you can count on. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Allison Tyner, an APRN at Conway Regional Clinton Medical Clinic. At Conway Regional Clinton Medical Clinic, our primary care providers are dedicated to comprehensive care while working alongside our specialty care providers such as cardiology, general surgery, orthopedics, and pain management. To make an appointment with me, call 501-745-4914 or visit conwayregional.org.
Kick off the season with super fast fiber internet. Pettigene Fiber gives you the home advantage and is the ultimate choice for sports enthusiasts like you. With lightning fast speeds, you'll never miss a touchdown, a slam dunk, or a winning goal again. Say goodbye to buffering and hello to the ultimate sports experience. Call us at 501-745-2493 to sign up. Better internet, better service, and better pricing that will keep you in all the action. You won't want to miss this.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Sounds good.
I'm Jeff Hall. That's Sydney Standridge. Aaron Dulon, our video engineer today. And we just saw the Lady Yellow Jackets win 61-52 over the Ozark Mountain School District Bears. That's the high schoolers on the campus of what used to be Western Grove. It's a consolidated school district now of 3 elementary schools and the senior high there at the old Western Grove. And Clinton unofficially scored. I think I missed some points today, but for the Lady Yellow Jackets, I had Kenna Collins with 8 points, including 2 3-pointers and a lot of defensive rebounds. Kenna Collins had good minutes today. I had Kaylin Lashley with a couple of points, a couple of free throws. Caden Brown, 6 points, including a couple of free throws made. I had Maggie Gresham with 10 points. She gets in double figures, 4 field goals, 2 free throws. I had Lexi Wallace with 14. She got everything started early on the scoring for the Yellow Jackets. Kind of quiet in the second half. And leading scorer today for the Lady Yellow Jackets, Olivia Johnson. I had her with 17, including 3 3-point field goals, and for 17 for Olivia. And Clinton, a lot of players played today. Had a lot of foul trouble today. Only one fouled out late in the ball game, but Clinton, they trailed early. I think maybe 7-3. Took the lead and never looked back after that. Never were quite able to pull away and kind of put it away like the game was over. They got to as many as 14 a couple of times. Ozark pulled it back to single figures at that. It was a 10-point lead at halftime for Clinton, 8 points at the end of the third quarter. So you kind of felt like the Lady Yellow Jackets were going to win today. Just didn't ever put it completely out of sight today. But they do get the win here at Harrison in the holiday break, 61-52. And kind of time for the First Arkansas Bank and Trust Player of the Game. Appreciate their title sponsorship again this season. Stop by their branch there in the Northside Shopping Center, just across from Goods Cash Saver Pizza Hut there in Clinton. And telling you enjoy listening to the Lady Yellow Jacket basketball, senior boys as well, especially on days like this when it's the holidays. It's a rainy, foggy Saturday, and hopefully we got a lot more folks watching and listening back home maybe than here in Pioneer Pavilion tonight with us in person. And First Arkansas Bank and Trust a big part of making that happen. Player of the game, kind of your thoughts on the play that you saw today, Sydney Standridge?
I thought we saw a lot of good things from today. I think they did a good job pushing it down the floor, getting it to each other. I was really impressed with Olivia's play today. You know, she shoots the three really well. I think we all know that, but I think we were able to see some of our other play today with the jumpers and the floaters and the driving in for the layups. Yeah, I think it's sometimes she's underestimated with all that she can do. She's a real athletic player. I thought Maggie played really strong in the post today. Battling down there. I know that's tough. And, Lexi, she always does a great job handling the ball, getting it down the floor. That's never an easy job. I'm glad that I'm a post player and not the person that has to take care of the ball the whole entire game. Just saw a lot of good things from all of them. The rebounding was good. I think it was a good win for them to get today, definitely. And Monday, I think that'll be a little bit of a tougher game. They got real special, and they are a 1A school, but they have several good players. You got Rayleigh Turner. She's actually coming to North Art next year, real athletic player. I think Monday we'll have to bring a little bit more of our A game than what we did today. Not saying we didn't bring good enough to win the game, because obviously we did, but I think we'll have a little bit tougher competition coming in Monday.
Yeah, hopefully something to build upon today on this win. And so kind of based on that, what you said, how about we do co-players of the game? How about Maggie Gresham, her post-play inside? I had her with 10 points. She looked really strong today. Probably was the strongest and had the best size on the floor. She really battled. At times there maybe she didn't get the first shot. She got the rebound, the putback. If not that, she got a third shot off. So she stuck with it and played hard, did a good job side. And then Olivia Johnson, it seems like almost all those 17 points were in the second half. Kind of had a slow, quiet start. A little bit of foul trouble along the way. She ends up with 4 personal fouls. She stays in the ball game throughout the second half. Ends up hitting 3 threes, so 17 total. And, we saw her last year as a 10th grader. I don't necessarily say a three-point specialist, but she showed that she really could knock down the shot from behind the three-point line. I think this year she's shooting the twos as well and shooting on the run, on the move. And so she finishes. So maybe co-players of the game, Maggie and Olivia.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I think they're both deserving of that.
Well, that'll do it. 61-52 is the final. Lady Yellow Jackets win. They'll be back on Monday. We'll put some posts on social media for that. We'll have the broadcast for you if you can't make it up to Harrison. And certainly glad you tuned in with us for today. Well, hey, Mom's come to check on us, bring us some refreshments, and we'll step away from the mic here. Senior boys are on the floor warming up. Be just a few minutes, and we'll have that one for you. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes, the River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River Company.
Did you know North Arkansas College will be teaching classes in Clinton again this coming semester? We'll be offering courses such as Technical Math, English Comp 1, U.S. History, Education Profession, Industrial Safety, Intro to Information Tech, and Tech Communications to help you either finish a college degree or get started on your educational journey. For more information, visit www.northark.edu/Clinton. And remember, at North Ark, we believe in you.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket Sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Now located in the shopping center at 244 Highway 65 South or on the web at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, First Security puts all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com, member FDIC.
Adventure awaits, and with the all-new lineup of Chevrolets, those adventures can become reality. Jolie Chevrolet has the best lineup of cars, SUVs, and trucks ever. Why go from A to B when imagination can take you everywhere? And remember, when you need service work, Jolie's service department can keep your Chevrolet running like new. Make your best deal today at Jolie Chevrolet in Clinton. Find new roads in your new Chevy vehicle. Wherever the river flows and however the game goes, the River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River Company.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Saver says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
Adventure awaits, and with the all-new lineup of Chevrolets, those adventures can become reality. Joe Lee Chevrolet has the best lineup of cars, SUVs, and trucks ever. Why go from A to B when imagination can take you everywhere? And remember, when you need service work, Joe Lee's service department can keep your Chevrolet running like new. Make your best deal today at Joe Lee Chevrolet in Clinton. Find new roads in your new Chevy vehicle.
And we are underway. Carter Holland for two off the miss. He puts it inside and gets Clinton off to an early lead here over the Ozark Mountain Bears here, the senior boys team. You might have beat me to it there. Aaron Duon's our video engineer. He's got it running on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel. The Broadcast Day Facebook. I may be having a little trouble on the KHPQ Facebook page, but it is on YouTube. I'm Jeff Hall. Thanks to Sydney Standridge for joining us for the broadcast of the girls' game. And Boji Hester going to join me for the call here in the senior boys' game. Mike Holly is away, out of state. He'll be returning. I think he'll be back for Monday's ball game. Two-pointer inside by Ozark Mountain, Tate Dixon. And it's tied up at 2 here in the opening minute of play. Let me make sure I get everybody turned up and turned on here. Is that any better? Better? Okay. And we've got the broadcast for you on 92.1 FM all over North Central Arkansas, streaming at www.khpq.com anywhere in the world through your computer, your mobile device. You can download the Hot Country KHPQ app from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store and listen to the broadcast. And you can watch the live stream on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the Facebook page. Carter Holland, Hester Hensley, Sam Standridge, Brendan Johnson, Gus Scroggins. Brendan Johnson's three-point attempt won't go. Gus Scroggins, offside rebound, misses. And Ozark Mountain going to get the rebound. And good to have Boji back. Maybe his first broadcast of the year. Oftentimes, if I've been away or if Mike Holly's been away, he's had the chance to talk with us on the radio over the past few seasons. We were reminiscing last week during the broadcast. I think we're on Hensley number 4 now, and we recounted Hester's older siblings through the years, and now Hester, a sophomore, your grandson, he's got the ball in his hands, and the Clinton Senior boys here are tied at 2.
Hester does a good job of seeing the floor. A lot of kids kind of get a little bit blind. That's probably what he does best right now. Carter with a long 3.
And Carter's got all 5 points for the Yellow Jackets, and that may be something we'll be saying a lot throughout the afternoon. He's got a 2 and a 3. And Ozark Mountain with the basketball.
Carter can really operate down there around that lane, but if you back off of him, shoots it pretty good too.
Carter coming off that, did we end up, was it a 40 or 41 point night? Yeah, last week against, Arkadelphia. Shot up inside by Ozark Mountain, won't go, but the putback is up and in by Madison Gilmore. And it's Clinton 5, Ozark Mountain 4. 5:16 to go in the first quarter. Hensley's pass inside. Scroggins outside. Sam Standridge for 3, won't go. And Ozark Mountain comes up with a rebound, and they'll have a chance to possibly take the lead this time down the floor. Standridge defending. Foul called on Sam Standridge. Sam Standridge, a junior. We mentioned Hester Hensley. He's only a sophomore. Carter Holland is a senior. Gus Scroggins is a senior. And Brendan Johnson, a junior. For Coach Judson Smith, assisted by Tristan Tate. Joey Tomlinson, the team manager for the Yellow Jacket senior boys. And this is their second game here in the North Arkansas Community College Classic. They came up yesterday, and they defeated a Class 6A school, Rogers, yesterday. I didn't make that game, so I heard the score. Were you here yesterday, Boji Hester?
I saw the whole game. It did.
And so I know on paper we say that's a 6A school coming out of Northwest Arkansas. Foul called. Sam Standridge to the free throw line. Kind of what did you see? Your thoughts on the game yesterday with Rogers?
I think we were a lot quicker yesterday. You know, we had a little more bounce in our step because playing a 6A school, and I think we felt like we probably had a little bit to prove. Shot it really good early in the game. Probably, I don't know, first quarter, I don't know if we missed very many shots, but we might be a little bit foot slow right now. Not shooting it as well. Missed 2 free throws right there.
And the rebound by Ozark Mountain. So, again, they'll have a chance this time down the floor possibly to take the lead. Ozark Mountain in blue, trimmed in white. Clinton in white, trimmed in a little bit of black, maybe gold as well. And Carter Holland poked it away, I think, momentarily. Ozark Mountain recovers. Clinton's got a height advantage on the dribble. Oh, and they'll wipe it off. What a spectacular shot goes through. If you're Ozark Mountain, kind of just scoops it up in the air and goes through, wave it off. Yellow Jackets committed was before the shot went off.
I think the Ozark Mountain fans disagreed with that call. In Rogers' defense, they had their best player that was missing last night.
Was it a 10-point lead, a 10-point win for Clinton? 8 or 10 point?
68-57, yeah.
Okay, 11 points. And what shot up won't go. Ozark Mountain gets the rebound. They'll try to maybe have a chance to reset here. They do. They get it inside. Good pass. Shot up won't go in the lane. As Mason Gilmore couldn't get the finish on that one. They get it ahead to Carter Holland. He's going to drive the baseline. Goes up for the stuff. Misses. Gets his own rebound. Tosses it back out to Johnson on the baseline. Brennan lofts it up. One-handed. Won't go. Battle inside. Carter Holland tries to muscle it out to Hester Hensley. Finally, Ozark Mountain, I think, comes up with enough of a possession, and then a foul is called.
Not going in for us right now, Jeff.
Mm-hmm. You know, one thing I've noticed about Carter Holland, I hadn't really talked to Coach Judson Smith about that this year, but, you know, he's maybe going to be the most athletic. Maybe he's going to be the best scorer on the floor, maybe any night on either player or either team. He's going to be one of the top scorers in all Class 4A, if not the state, by the time we get to the end of the year. But maybe unlike some shooters and scorers you see, I don't know if maybe he doesn't have the luxury, or maybe he can just do it all. He doesn't just sit up on the wing and wait for a pass and knock down a 3 or drive the baseline for a 2. Carter shot up, won't go by Ozark Mountain, trying to get the rebound. And J.J. Vasquez able to come up for Clinton. Hester Hensley down the floor quickly. He's going to take it all the way. Split 2. Can't get it to fall. Ozark Mountain with a rebound. Carter, he may be the tallest player on the floor. He's got such athleticism inside. He's going to get so many of his points on putbacks. He battles and battles and battles in the lane for rebounds or putbacks like that, and he gets a lot of his points that way maybe you don't often see from somebody you think's a three-point shooter.
He moves without the ball really well. Yeah, like you said, he doesn't just stand out there on the wing. If somebody else is about to shoot it, he'll go attempt to rebound it.
Ozark Mountain takes their first lead of the ball game. Tate Dixon gets his second field goal. It is 6-5. Bears in front. 2:25 to go in the first quarter. Hensley dribbles deep, draws the defense, tosses it back out to Scroggins. Gus's shot misses. Ozark Mountain chases the rebound down. So the lead and the ball, 2:10 to go in the first. Dixon drives the lane. Holland with the stop. Now he's going to block the shot. Ozark Mountain recovers. 3-point shot up, won't go. And Carter Holland with the rebound. Pass ahead, J.J. Vasquez. He's a good three-point shooter. It's a new name for the Clinton Senior boys this year. Brendan Johnson's three won't go. Rebound, loose out on the floor. Hey, players might have got tangled up. I think they're going to say Gus Scroggins might have taken a bear to the floor, and Gus is going to be whistled for the foul.
Now, Brendan was named outstanding player of the game last night. And he has started off cold. So the whole team started off cold. That's Gus's first foul of the game. The thing that Gus has done real well this year is really hit the boards. He shoots it well, but he has done a really good job of rebounding for us.
Gus kind of burst onto the scene as a sophomore, is almost a three-point specialist. I think between he and Abigail Parks on the girls' team, I don't think anybody could outshoot those two from behind the three-point line. I think this year what I've noticed about Gus, I think he's filled out some. He's put on some weight. He can play inside. He's got some size and height and strength and ability as well, and not just a three-point shooter.
He dinged his knee up at the end of the season last year. I think that has affected his mentally a little bit.
Johnson to Hensley, steps in front of the free throw line, floats it up one-handed and good. Hester gets on the board and gives Clinton the lead, 7-6 here with a minute to go in the first quarter.
I like Hester shooting that little floater. He gets in the lane a lot, and those three-point shooters are ready for him to, assist it.
Dixon's shot for the Bears won't go. Holland with a rebound, 44 seconds. Carter's got it across midcourt, gets to the lane, dishes, no-look pass. Johnson, but his shot won't go near the block, just outside the lane. Offside rebound, Ozark Mountain. Tate Dixon has it. It's picked up by Hensley. And going to force Dixon to pass away behind the three-point line. Dump it low. Dixon's on the block. A lot of defenders there. He's able to get the shot off, but it won't go. It's off the glass. Brendan Johnson ahead to Hensley at midcourt, 14 seconds. Hester's going to drive the lane. Kind of loses the handle. It's going to go out of bounds. And the official's going to award the ball to Ozark Mountain.
If he had the same angle I had, I think it was knocked out.
10 seconds. Clock running. Cross half court. Bears with it. Trying to regain the lead. Dixon have a chance from behind the three-point line. Up and good. Tate Dixon. I've got him with 7 points. He gets a 3 to finish the first quarter. It's Ozark Mountain 9, Clinton 7 after 1. Stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Hi, I'm Allison Tyner, an APRN at Conway Regional Clinton Medical Clinic. At Conway Regional Clinton Medical Clinic, our primary care providers are dedicated to comprehensive care while working alongside our specialty care providers such as cardiology, general surgery, orthopedics, and pain management. To make an appointment with me, call 501-745-4914 or visit conwayregional.org.
I'm Jeff Hall. That's the voice of Boji Hester. Aaron Duhan is our video engineer. And we are live from North Arkansas Community College, the Pioneer Pavilion, the Classic. Here, Clinton boys are going to play 3 games. They had their first one yesterday on Friday. They're playing today. They'll play again on Monday. Clinton Senior Girls just won their opener in the Classic in the game before this one. They'll come back on Monday as well. Both teams will go back-to-back on Monday. We'll have those broadcasts for you right here on KHPQ.
I think it's 2 o'clock and 3:30, 3:40 Monday, isn't it?
I couldn't remember, so I didn't say anything yet, but I think you're probably right. I seen it was sometime in the 2 o'clock hour. Hey, they get it inside and a reverse layup kind of behind the head. That's going to go to Mason Gilmore. So he and Dixon, they've got all the points for Ozark Mountain, and their biggest lead, 11-7. Hensley's going to drive the lane, kind of float it up over the defender. It won't go off the rim. Gilmore with the rebound for Ozark Mountain. They'll get it across midcourt. Dixon pulls up, get it on the left side, down to the baseline, and forced to toss it back outside. Three-point shot by Dixon. Won't go, short off the rim, but into the hands. Ozark Mountain gets a second opportunity, and they'll scoop it up and in the basket. I got Cooper Baker. That's his first points of the ball game. Third Bear to score. And Ozark Mountain on a run here. A minute into the second quarter. They lead 13-7. Hensley with it. In the corner. He gets it out.
Carter.
Three-pointer attempt won't go. Scroggins with it. Three defenders. Gus able to get it up and get it in. 13-9. That's his first points on the day. Holland with 5. Hester Hensley with 2. Gus now with 2. High post. Turn. Forced to toss it back out. Clinton's got a height advantage. Drive the baseline. Shot up won't go. Scroggins with a rebound. Long pass ahead to Johnson. Tipped out of bounds by Ozark Mountain. You were talking about Brendan Johnson in the game he had yesterday in that win over Rogers. Had a good start early in that one, shooting the basketball.
Yeah, he came out on fire and played pretty solid, all night. We got to get Carter going here.
Three-point shot by Holland. It won't go. Rebound. Put back by Hester Hensley. He's fouled. Hester go to the free throw line. We talked about this during the girls' game. Sometimes it's a little bit confusing to my eyes watching it from here, but we're playing on a college basketball floor. There's 2 3-point lines. That inner line in red, that is the high school 3-point line. That outer line in black, outside the gray, the boundary of it, that's the college 3-point line. I think Carter Holland just shot that. He may have had a foot on that college 3-point line, if not behind it. But it's that red line that is the 3-point line for tonight. Well, Hester Hensley knocks down both free throws, and he pulls the Yellow Jackets within 2. They trail 13-11 with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter.
We're playing a little more zone tonight than we did last night. May have taken a little bit out of our legs playing Rogers. They were real physical. Ran the ball up and down the floor.
1-3-1 zone defense by Clinton with Hensley at the top, Scroggins in the middle, Holland, Johnson on the wings, J.J. Vasquez down on the bottom. Turn, spin, Dixon shot blocked out of bounds by Gus Scroggins.
Yeah.
Keep it
Gus
with Ozark Mountain.
Good help right there.
.536 in the second quarter. And
officials discussing something here with the score man.
And we'll resume play. If you're watching on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel, there may be problems with the Facebook page, but on the YouTube channel, 3-pointer attempt Ozark Mountain won't go off the rim. Tipped off the hands of Hester Hensley. It's loose up near midcourt. And last touch by the Yellow Jackets.
Sometimes we try to go just a little bit too quick than we need to. If we had numbers right there, we'd taken another step and got under control.
Get it in. A little bit of high post. Shot up. Won't go. Hensley with a rebound. And doing a good job. Hangs on to it. In traffic. Up the floor. Johnson in the lane. Got a defender. Bounces it low to Carter Holland. And Carter's able to get it up and in. And Ozark Mountain wants a timeout. We're tied at 13. 5:01 in the second. When we return, you're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And we're back. I'm Jeff Hall. Bogey Hester is with us, and I had to pull him away. He's got we talked about city standards in the ball game. The Standridges, the Newlands, they travel well. They're all at the game. Well, maybe equaled by the Hesters, the Hensleys, and they're here. I think we did mention on the radio last week. I didn't catch it until my colleague said it, and then I saw everybody at church on Sunday. The Hester family definitely had the most at the games last week. I think all the Hesters came down from Northwest Arkansas to watch young Hester in that ball game,
I think we had like 19 or so there to watch the game, and had some more coming the next day.
It's your daughter Dara Hester Hensley and her three brothers and all of their family, and all came down. So you brought a good crowd to spend the Christmas holiday. And
yeah, I'm glad Dara had to feed them. We didn't have to.
Carter Holland with a steal. He's got a defender on his hip. Ooh. Contact. Holland can't get the shot, but he's fouled and earn it from the free throw line. We've talked about, Sydney and I talked about kind of North Ark Community College and this floor and Clinton having a lot of history here and playing through the years and some excitement and all the good basketball that takes place kind of in north central Arkansas. You go 50, 75 miles out in a circle, and maybe the best girls basketball anywhere in the state. And then Coach Bobby Howard, she talked about how he's recruited a lot of those girls from those areas to come up here and play. Well, you yourself, a former basketball coach, and your daughter a basketball player, and you know all about playing up in this part of the state.
Yeah, when I was at Green Forest, there were several girls teams that were just loaded. Bergman has always been good, it seems like. Huntsville girls, Deer girls. There were some really good teams.
Dixon misses the three-point attempt. Holland with a rebound, and Clinton has reeled off maybe 10 straight points now to regain the lead, 17-13. So there's definitely been a lot of good basketball up here, and this has been a fun place to play for the Yellow Jackets through the years. Inside, a lot of traffic, and Carl Holland's able to take it back. Clinton keeps possession. Inside, Hensley on the move, going to the basket, and Hester Hensley now with 6 points in the ball game and a 19-13 lead. How about that? I don't know if that was instinct or coaching by Hester Hensley. He made that cut down from the free throw line to the basket, and Holland got him the basketball for the finish. On the dribble, Dixon for the Bears. Or back up, maybe that's Jake Zimmelek, number 33 for Ozark Mountain. Now Dixon, number 30, has it. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bounce pass down to the post. Scroggins defending. Kick out behind the three-point line from the left side. Shot off the rim. Holland with another defensive rebound. Pass ahead to Johnson. And he and a Bear and Cooper Baker had their hands on it. The official will say Johnson was the last to touch it. Ozark Mountain basketball.
The last few games we've played, we've been on a pretty good streak. That pass right there would have led to a dunk. Tonight is just a little slow. The kid got his hands on it and ricocheted off of Brennan's hands.
Get to the post. Scroggins defending. Might have got a hand on the ball. It's a miss. Brendan Johnson comes away with it. 2:30 remain in the second quarter. 6-point lead. Hensley on the drive. And I think a Bear got his hand on it low, knocks it away. Ozark Mountain comes up with it. Tate Dixon on the dribble. He'll step down. Again, he'll look at those three defenders, toss it back out. Clinton's got the taller, maybe the more athletic, stronger team today. So Ozark Mountain's kind of having to pick their way to the basket. They did have the lead in this one, 13-7. Clinton maybe on I think that's a 12-0 run, unless I messed up my math there earlier. Keeping track of things, but into the corner. Pull up two, outside the lane. Won't go back the rim. Players on the rebound getting position. Foul called on Clinton.
Brendan, I think.
The girls' game, we kind of saw some foul trouble. Several players with four and one fouled out of the ball game. This one, not as many fouls. Each team only with two at this point in the second quarter with 1:51 remaining. Brendan Johnson, that's his first personal foul.
Well, looked like he walked.
Inside of the post, back outside to Cooper Baker. on the dribble. Baker's shot up. Good. Gets the 2. That's his second field goal. 19-15. Brendan Johnson for 3. Won't go. Hensley in the air. The rebound and the putback. Hester Hensley, he may be off to his best scoring night of the season thus far. I got him 8 points in the first half. 21-15. You got to remember, he's only a sophomore. It's his first year high school basketball. A 3-point basket by Ozark Mountain. I got Sammy Riddle.
I think Coach Smith has been talking to Hester about being a little bit more aggressive offensively, rebounding, being a good cutter, not just standing, watching.
Carter Holland for 3. 24-18. 45 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Six-point game, Ozark Mountain basketball. Shot clock still in play, 23 seconds. And off the hands, and Gus Scroggins ends up with it. Brendan Johnson, they'll strip it back in the lane. 2-point attempt, won't go. Holland with the rebound. 26 seconds, shot clock off. The ball and the lead, 24-18. Johnson, Holland's got it out near midcourt. He's got a height advantage. And he may keep this one himself for the final shot. Now he'll pass it in the corner. J.J. Vasquez, 3, up, won't go. Offside rebound, Ozark Mountain, 5 seconds. They'll try to push it up the court. 3 seconds, 2 seconds across midcourt. Pull up behind the 3-point. He's fouled at the 3-point attempt.
That was a terrible foul.
And the officials will talk it over. Did not make the basket. It's off the rim. It looked like it was a foul and 3-point shot, which would result in 3 free throws, and I think that's the call. Is that right, Boji Hester?
That's right, yeah. I thought for a second there the clock had already gone off, but.
So there's 0.5 seconds on the clock, but it's 3 free throws for Tate Dixon, who's the leading scorer for Ozark Mountain here in the first half. He gets the first free throw. I have 2 more. So what you thought was a 6-point lead, it's down to 5. And the second free throw, just short off the rim, a miss. It's still 5. He's got 1 more free throw. With 0.5 seconds on the clock, a miss or a make. It's up, and it's good. 24-20, inbound the ball, the heave. And the first half comes to an end. Clinton Senior Boys 24, the Ozark Mountain School District Bears 20. We'll take a break. Stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Kick off the season with super fast fiber internet. Pettigene Fiber gives you the home advantage and is the ultimate choice for sports enthusiasts like you. With lightning fast speeds, you'll never miss a touchdown, a slam dunk, or a winning goal again. Say goodbye to buffering and hello to the ultimate sports experience. Call us at 501-745-2493 to sign up. Better internet, better service, and better pricing that will keep you in all the action. You won't want to miss this.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Yellow Jacket Basketball is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters, by the Pottery Shop, by Arkansas Mountain Realty, by attorney Chad Brown, by Southern Belle Boutique and Salon, by TLC Bookkeeping and Tax Service, by Jamie Beavers DDS, by Ingram Tire, by the Western Sizzlin', and by Clinton Drug.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Head, an orthopedic surgeon. Conway Regional is expanding access to care at their Clinton Medical Clinic. Conway Regional Clinton Medical Clinic is accepting new patients for orthopedic evaluations, post and pre-op appointments, and in-office procedures. Conway Regional is committed to bringing care to you when and where you need it most. To make an appointment at Clinton Medical Clinic, call 501-745-4914 or visit conwayregional.org.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Now located in the shopping center at 244 Highway 65 South or on the web at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton Yellow Jacket sports.
First Security has been putting our home state first since 1932, helping fellow Arkansans and their families buy homes, grow businesses, and build futures. Today, First Security is still committed to helping you bank better, providing local solutions and local support in the places we love too. It's community banking with people you know and people you know you can count on. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com. Member FDIC.
Yellow Jacket Basketball is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters. By Clinton Stockyard. By Elite Automotive. By Regions Bank. By Johnny's Automotive. By Crowell Saw and Supply. By Dr. Kyle Hensley and his staff. These fine sponsors bring you tonight's basketball game on KHPQ.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Saver says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Grandma knows.
We're back. I'm Jeff Hall. Boji Hester joins me. Mike Holly is away today. He'll be returning on Monday for the final day here of the North Arkansas Community College Classic here in the Pioneer Pavilion. We'll have that broadcast and live stream for you. Aaron Duhan, he's in from Arkansas Tech for Christmas break. Had the good drive up today, the rainy, foggy drive up to Harrison here from Clinton. We're glad to have Aaron in for the holidays, and he'll be back with us on Monday. For the broadcast, Ron Robertson is in the studio. Visited with Ron early this morning, doing the Trading Post downtown for KHPQ. And certainly glad to bring you a little holiday Christmas time basketball here for the Yellow Jackets. And leading 24-20 over Ozark Mountain here in the senior boys game. Clinton Senior Girls got a win in the ballgame just prior to this one. It was Clinton Senior Girls 61, Ozark Mountain 52. In that one, Olivia Johnson and Maggie Gresham were our first Arkansas Bank and Trust co-players of the game. I had Johnson with 17, including 3 3-point field goals, Maggie Gresham for 10, and Lexi Wallace for 14 points to lead the Lady Yellow Jackets. They will return also on Monday along with the Clinton Senior Boys to play in that ball game.
I think both our teams play Concord Monday, don't we?
I think that sounds right now that you say that. And around the 2 o'clock, they'll play back-to-back, girls and boys. And double check.
Our girls play real special.
Girls at Rule Special.
At 2 o'clock. Then the boys play Concord at 3:20.
Okay. 2 and 3:20 on Monday. We will have those broadcasts for you here on KHPQ and the live stream on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel. I think we got a message earlier that the KHPQ Facebook page, maybe it wasn't picking it up but you can watch it on the KHQQ YouTube channel. So, well, Boji Hester, you've seen a lot of basketball this year. Again, your grandson Hester Hensley, a 10th grader this year for Coach Judson Smith. And so as we get ready to take the semester break and head into conference play for the second half of the season, any comments, observations? You're a former coach yourself, and where you see the Clinton Senior boys at this point and maybe what they could be when they enter conference play come January.
Well, I think we defensively play okay on perimeter defense. I wish we were a little bit tougher, probably fronting post men and things on, down in the lane. We shoot it well enough and defend out on the floor well enough, that I think we can be competitive in our league. We have, everybody's kind of learning their role. When Carter is hot, we're going to be hard to beat. But when you watch it, when you look out there, J.J. Vasquez can shoot the lights out of it. Brendan can shoot it. Gus can shoot it. Hester can shoot it. Sam can shoot it. So I don't think we're an easy draw for anybody. We're going to play England at Arkansas Tech here pretty soon. Let me see. January the 4th, we're going up there. Boys and girls are going to play 2 games. And then we'll start off with Morrilton at home, and then Heber Springs on the road. So it's fixing to be go time.
Mm-hmm. That's a new conference alignment. Again, Clinton's still in 4A, but a little bit different on the team makeup maybe than the last couple of years. Gone is Little Rock Christian, team state champion. That Clinton did knock them out last year at maybe one of the most exciting games in Yellow Jacket Arena history. They did defeat the number 1 or defending state champion Little Rock Christian, but no longer with them. Going to be playing Morrilton, Heber Springs, and
play Central Arkansas Christian, Heber Springs, Morrilton, Robinson, Pulaski Academy, and then Lisa West, I believe one of the Lisa private schools down there.
Right.
So I don't think there's any gimmies, but I don't see anybody that we're just going to back down from either.
Right. We'll kind of be there, unlike football, where it's a different setup on how they determine the conference alignments in football from all of the other sports. And so this year in football, we kind of went west, the River Valley, and on that way. Kind of in basketball, we're going to kind of hang around Central Arkansas and kind of play some of those schools that you kind of think of maybe bigger than us, or they're playing, or private schools who have come up. Maybe not necessarily. I think about them. We played Little Rock Hall, who used to be a much bigger school than Clinton or some of those others. So maybe some of these teams this year in the rotation, they've been around the same classification or similar to in years. So maybe not so much like that in that thought. But
when we went down and played Hall, and then you go down and play Little Rock Christian, those are intimidating places. The crowds are really good. Their talent was really good, and but I think it's helped us.
Well, speaking of, the Clinton Senior girls, they've played a really tough non-conference schedule, November, December, now for the past 3 or 4 years. And sometimes when you look at their record, they've got some losses in the first half of the season. But then they get to the conference slate of the season, come January, February, and a couple of years ago, I think they went undefeated. Yep. And maybe last year only lost a game or 2 in conference, and so gets them prepared for postseason play and district and regional and state tournament play. We're going to open the second half. Sam Standridge back out on the floor with Gus Scroggins, Hester Hensley, Carter Holland, and Brendan Johnson. And now the Clinton Senior boys have done some of that in the past couple of years. This year, I think more than ever, that schedule the senior boys have played. Carter Holland takes the pass inside, and he gets 2 to start the second half and a 6-point lead.
Yeah, I think that's Carter's best area. You can't hardly guard him on the block because he can go left, go right, he can jump over you.
Oh, strong inside and so athletic. I was thinking about a map of the state of Arkansas, and maybe the Clinton Senior boys, if not throw the girls in as well. They've almost played a team from every corner part of the state this year, be it, I don't know if they played a Class A school or up to 6A. They beat a 6A school, Rogers, yesterday here. They played all comers this year, and they're going to have some losses on their tally maybe to show for it, but as the pass ahead from Holland to Johnson, Brendan's fouled. Did the basket go through?
Basket went in.
Count the basket, and he's fouled. Will have a chance at the traditional 3-point play, but again, Clinton playing that level of competition, how you think that's going to caused them as they enter conference play.
We won't see anybody in our conference as good as some of the teams we played. That's the way I feel about it. Judson, Coach Smith, has really done a good job scheduling teams that should make us better.
Brendan Johnson misses the free throw. Ozark Mountain misses a shot. Carter Holland with a rebound. He'll bring it across midcourt. It's an 8-point lead, 28-20. It may be the biggest lead of the ball game, I think, for Clinton. Is that right? I'll double check. Or maybe not 28.
Gosh, I can't even remember all the teams we played. We played Rogers, Bologna,
Fort Smith Northside.
Fort Smith Northside. I'd rather do that, and we won some of those games.
Holland there's a miss. Scroggins gets the rebound down the floor to Carter Holland. He's going to drive, dish in the corner to Brendan Johnson for the three up and in. That might have been a college three. He's got 5 points here to start the second half, 31-20.
It'd be nice for him to make 2 or 3 in a row because he's well capable of that. He gets in that corner and gets his hands and feet set. He can be pretty deadly.
Number 5 for the Yellow Jackets. If you're watching the KHBQ Sports YouTube channel. Sam Sandridge at the top of that 1-3-1, number 22. Gus Scroggins in the middle at 24. Carter Holland, number 3 on the wing. And Hester Hensley, he's down low. He'll run the baseline on that 1-3-1 zone defense. 2 points up and in.
We're having a hard time to.
Tate Dixon, leading scorer for Ozark Mountain. I've got him unofficially with 11 points now.
Another 3 by Brendan.
Back-to-back threes, and he's got 8 points here to start the second half.
That's the way he started the game last night. It was just throw it to me and I'm going to make it.
I think you said he was the State Farm player of the game.
He was.
In the win yesterday over Rogers for the Yellow Jackets. I did see State Farm, the local agent for this area of the state is Casey Scribner. If you've watched basketball in North Central Arkansas for the past so many years, it was Casey Scribner, coach of the Mountain View Lady Yellow Jackets, I think a state championship and others. And so I see his face on billboards now and as he moved over, left the school teaching and coaching to insurance, and he's out on the floor awarding those.
Brendan.
On the drive, Johnson off the glass. He's got 10. Clinton leads 36-22 to start the third quarter. 4:44 remaining, and Ozark Mountain going to have to take a timeout here to try to slow down Brendan Johnson. Coach Judson Smith, he's got him huddled up.
Yeah, that's the way Brendan started last night. It was just, and it's kind of crazy. Tonight he couldn't buy one early. Now you just, when he touches it, it's in.
Got a lot of playing time last year as a 10th grader, and he joins those guys. Well, Clinton's
these Ozark Mountain kids, it's a consolidated district. You see St. Joe, Western Grove, and Bruno Payette.
That's right. That's the third one.
I don't know where they have their main campus, probably at Bruno.
I think so. I got on their website before the game today, and it looks like the 3 locations have their own elementary schools, and maybe the high school is concentrated at Western Grove.
I think that's right. So I don't know how those kids get transported, from those other districts. But I guess it's working. This is about the 3rd or 4th year for that, maybe, or longer.
2-point attempt. Won't go. That's Jake Zimmelek. Clinton with a rebound. Hester Hensley has it. Across midcourt. Up to Holland. Gets it to Sam Standards. He'll drive the baseline. Up over defender. A little bit hard off the glass. Offside rebound to Ozark Mountain. 4:15 clock running in the third quarter.
I think Sam's one of our stronger players. He gets in that lane. He's usually pretty good down there around that glass.
Sam, maybe just a couple of weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, at the football awards banquet for the fall, Sam was a wide receiver. I think he finished with the leading receiver, either most receptions, most touchdowns. He was he won the award off the football field, and then transitioned. He was ready to start on the basketball floor for the senior boys. And hopefully, we always like to say, we think football contributes at least to the athleticism, the strength, the footwork, what some of these basketball players can do, and hopefully that's been a benefit for Sam as he's made the transition back to the basketball floor. Ozark Mountain on the drive. Good scoop inside by Cooper Baker.
We kind of stood around and watched that basket.
Brendan Johnson again with it. He'll dish. All alone. Got Scroggins under the basket, but it can't get it to fall. And the rebound by Ozark Mountain. And I don't know if he made contact, But for Ozark Mountain, Mason Gilmore, it looks like he used his elbow like he was going to clear the defender. I don't know if he actually touched the defender, but he's whistled for the foul. I mean, you could see him rotate with his elbow and a defender nearby. What's the call, Boji Hester? Well, the official's ready. We're back to play. Vasquez in the ball game, takes the pass, dishes to Hensley, back out to Johnson. To Hester, he's going to get in the lane, float it up. This one won't go. A rebound, Ozark Mountain.
When you twist with the elbows out and you make contact, it's almost automatic going to be called against you. You know, and I know he was trying to get him off of his body, you know, trying to grab the ball, but you're just not going to make – officials not going to let you have your elbows outside your shoulders and make contact.
3:12 clock running in the third. Clinton 36, Ozark Mountain 24. Drive the baseline. Carter Holland blocks the shot. I don't know if that's the first one we've seen tonight or not. Carter Holland, he has been a shot blocker this season on the defensive end of the floor. Johnson drives the baseline, forces it up over the defender, misses, gets his own rebound. His putback is blocked, and Brendan Johnson will go to the free throw line.
That drive he just made was what we was talking about when we were off air at halftime. About one more step, and I think he'd have flushed that ball. That's kind of his signature move, I guess you'd say, besides shooting a three.
Gets down the baseline, gets to the rim.
Yep.
And he converts the free throw, and he'll have a second one. Brendan Johnson with 11 points, all in the second half.
Boy, he's got a real good rotation on his basketball. It doesn't spin too fast, too slow. Right in.
And he gets the second free throw. 38-24. Back to the biggest lead of the ball game for Clinton. Vasquez and Hensley at the top of the zone for Clinton. Three-point shot, left side, just off the rim. Going out of bounds. Dixon's able to save it back to his teammate. Hester's right there trying to come around, maybe get the basketball. And Hensley is whistled for the foul. That's his second personal foul. Team only the first here in the third quarter. Ozark Mountain behind the three-point line. Dribble down, spin in the lane. They get Holland maybe in the air moving when the contact's made by the shooter. So I think Carter Holland's going to pick up the foul, and that will send Jake Zimelek to the free throw line. 2:22. You know, I saw your son-in-law, Kyle Hensley, today. He's wearing a sweatshirt, a jersey that says Link Academy. We talked about this on the radio. Mike Holly and I did, I think, last week. We kind of mentioned Allie Hensley, the oldest, the all-stater from Clinton, the basketball program, went on to Arkansas State, ran track, and then you had Kyler, played a little bit at Harding University, and now he's into coaching. I'll come back to that. Russ, who's at Ouachita Baptist, and now Hester starting as a sophomore for the Yellow Jackets. 2 points up by Zimelek. One free throw, 38-25. Into the corner, J.J. Vasquez tries to get inside to Carter Holland. It's knocked loose.
Yeah,
Tate Dixon
to force that pass.
Coming away with it down the floor. A couple defenders pull up. Shot off the glass, good. Pretty play. Finished by Tate Dixon, the leading scorer.
We need to guard that kid.
He's in double figures, 38-27. Hensley with it. I'll finish that thought here in just a second. Bounce pass inside kick to keep it with Clinton. Kyler Hensley in that jersey that Kyle's wearing today, Link Academy. Some high school rankings nation had them as the number one high school basketball team in the nation.
Right.
And I think Kyle told me sometimes they play on ESPN Plus. You can see their games. They go to tournaments around the country and fly in and fly out. And three-point shot by Brendan Johnson won't go. Holland's right there for the rebound, the putback off the glass. Good. Carter Holland.
They're in New York City right now, the Link Academy.
Playing. What an experience. Hopefully we can get Kyler on a broadcast with us before our season comes to an end. And what an experience getting to teach school, teach math there, coach with a program that some say maybe it's the best prep basketball team in all the country.
I think he's amazed about every day when I get a chance to talk to him. But they fly all over the country. Those kids are really respectful because they know what's been given to them.
And that's a school, Link Academy. It's located. J.J. Vasquez, the pass inside from Hensley. Can't get it to go, but Carter Holland for the finish. He's got 6 in the second half. That's located in Branson, I think, on one of the campuses of Kanakuk, which if you're familiar with their summer programs and camps there that they're part of. So they're only a couple hours up the highway from Clinton and getting to play there and travel around the country. And Kyler Hensley getting to be a part of that on teaching and coaching. 3-point attempt by Dixon won't go. J.J. Vasquez with the rebound. Long pass heaved down the floor from Standridge to Johnson. Brendan shot off the glass. Good. 2 more for Brendan in the second half. 44-27.
Yeah, preseason, Kyler would send a picture of coaches that would come in and watch them practice. Or, there's certain times you can and can't. And sometimes his job is to go pick these coaches up at the airport. Mm-hmm. And he said, he showed me a picture. He'll have Calipari, Bill Self
from Kansas.
Just all these big-time coaches. And he said he made the mistake one time, didn't even think about it. Coach called him and said, you got to go to the airport and pick this guy up. So he said, I just threw on my Razorback sweatshirt. He said the coach wouldn't talk to me all weekend.
Pass picked off. Johnson ahead to Holland. Tries to slide and get it to Hensley. A bear goes down and whistled for the block. Foul call. Let's see if that's their 5th team foul. Carter Holland looks up to the scoreboard. It's at number 4 or 5. Remember, it's 5 fouls now per quarter. On the 5th foul, the opposing team gets to shoot 2 free throws. It's only the 4th. Inbound the ball to Brendan Johnson's 3 won't go. Standridge in the air. His putback won't go. Third quarter comes to an end. Clinton increases their lead 44-27 over the Ozark Mountain School District. 4th and final quarter. When we return, you're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Now's the time to make a positive change in your life. This is Savannah from North Ark. Did you know North Arkansas College teaches evening classes in Clinton? We can help you finish your college degree or start college for the first time, no matter your age or life circumstances. Let us help you find all the resources available to make college a possibility financially. For more information, visit www.northark.edu/Clinton. And remember, at North Ark, we believe in you.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Saver says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
And we're back. I'm Jeff Hall. Boji Hester joining me on the broadcast today as Mike Holly is away. He'll be returning for the Monday broadcast here from North Arkansas Community College in the Pioneer Pavilion. And Clinton Senior girls and boys return, maybe at 2 o'clock?
And 3:20.
2 o'clock for the girls, 3:20 for the boys on Monday. We'll have the broadcast for you on the radio and the live stream, courtesy of Petit Jean Fiber, Hogs and Heifers, and First Arkansas Bank and Trust.
I believe I just face guard him.
Dixon for 3. Hensley into the corner, J.J. Vasquez. Can Vasquez answer? Misses the 3. Standridge for the rebound. And on his way back up, contact made, foul call on Ozark Mountain. And Aaron Duhon, our video engineer, running the live stream for us here. Glad to have Aaron in from Arkansas Tech. And we'll hang on to him as long as we can for these broadcasts. And always does a good job. We had a good visit driving up today in the rain and fog from Clinton to Harrison. A miss, but Vasquez with a rebound. Dish it back outside to Johnson. He'll drive, get in the lane, miss, try to tip his own rebound. And the Yellow Jackets going to be called for a foul.
Oh,
Carter
my
Holland.
goodness.
And
that Tate kid's got a whole basket of points tonight. Mm-hmm. If he's going to stand out in the corner and wait for a pass, I just put a defender out here with him. Then we'll play 4-on-4.
I've only got 2 other Bears with multiple field goals. I've got Gilmore with 2 field goals and Cooper Baker with 3 field goals. But
he went a 1-3-1, and I don't know who's supposed to come out here. But there he goes again. Boom.
You called it. He's in the corner alone, and he knocks down back-to-back threes. And Ozark Mountain's going to take the timeout. Is that right?
Oh, no.
6:40. Well, or no? Is it an official stop in play? What's the call? I'm not sure. It is not a timeout.
Sometimes we get mystery calls from the officials.
Said from a retired coach. I guess it's okay when Boji Hester says it. He's lived it, so Carter Holland inside off the pass, off the glass.
I don't
Holland for
think
two.
they could guard him down there. They're not physical enough.
Not got the height, not got the size or strength of Carter Holland. Brendan Johnson with a steal. Ahead to Hensley. 2-on-2 with Standards. Hensley slides, can't get it to go in traffic, and Ozark Mountain comes away with it. Hester had the big first half with 10 points for the Yellow Jackets. He's not quite had to score as much here in the second half. But Brendan Johnson.
Guess who scored for them?
Tate Dixon. He's got 3 3-point field goals in a row. Now there's a timeout. 5:58 remaining. When we return, Clinton 46, Ozark Mountain 36. Stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Visiting with Clay Maxey, your hometown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. Here's something we don't hear anymore. Prices are dropping at Clay Maxey.
We've just decided with inflation and the way prices are going up on everybody, we wanted to take a real hard look and see how we could help the community by lowering some of our prices. Across the board, we've done everything that we could do to lower prices on our services, our cost of labor, our used inventory. We've got to do it in order to be responsive to our community and our customers.
See the change at ClayMaxeyCDJR.com.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, First Security puts all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Bank better. FSBank.com, member FDIC.
After the timeout, after 3 straight 3-point field goals by Tate Dixon and the Ozark Mountain Bears, Clinton has a 10-point lead and the ball. Carter Holland, Stam Standridge, Hester Hensley, Brendan Johnson, and J.J. Vasquez. It's been Brendan Johnson big here in the second half. I've got him unofficially with 15 points, including 3-point field goals. Carter Holland has 8. That's all the only 2 players to score for Clinton. And another, is that timeout by Clinton? Let's go ahead and keep it here.
By Clinton. I don't think that was a run and jump. You know, a lot of times teams, when they're behind late in the game, they're going to send an offside guard to trap you. I think they were just in a big wide 1-3-1, and we didn't reverse the ball fast enough.
You think maybe Coach Judson Smith needs to make sure his players know what they need to do offensively if they are going to change defense or do something different here for Ozark Mountain?
Yeah, and the offside guy, when that point defense starts sliding to come double, that our offside offensive man has to come shorten that pass up. You know, you don't want to make a 50-foot pass because then they've got a defensive player that can come and intercept it. Hester needed to get rid of it quite a bit sooner.
He inbounds the ball to Johnson, gets it back. Now to Holland inside, and Carter Holland kind of inside the lane one-on-one. Carter makes that one look easy for his 10th point here in the second half.
See, they went point guard. I mean, they went forward baseline man to kind of come double Hester. There's got to be somebody wide open. There's the shooter.
From the baseline, shot up won't go. Dixon back. Carter Holland on the rebound takes it. He's going to drive. He gets it back to Brendan Johnson, and Brendan's able to put it up and lay it over the rim good. 50-36, Clinton in front.
That's another part of our Clinton offense. We can score in bunches every once in a while. Somebody might ought to guard 30.
Dixon steps up for the 2. It won't go. Rebound. Hensley comes out of the pack with it. Clinton down the floor. Hester dishes back to Vasquez. JJ on the drive. Back out to Holland behind the 3-point line. In and out. It won't go.
Good looking shot, though. With 4.5 minutes left, that might have been maybe a little bit too quick. But that's kind of the way our team plays.
You know, I mentioned Casey Scribner earlier, former Mountain View Yellow Jackets coach, now with State Farm. He's handing out the Player of the Game awards. He may be handing one out to Brendan Johnson or Carter Holland after this one. And then Carter Holland, he's a former Mountain View Yellow Jacket himself, came over to Clinton for his 10th grade year. Back outside, Standridge for 3. Won't go off the rim. Holland's to the floor. No, excuse me, that's Johnson. Carter's battling inside for the rebound. 2-3 third attempt. Won't go out of bounds, but we'll keep it with the Yellow Jackets. Bounce pass inside to Holland, and he gets that one to drop in.
Layup hits the rim 3 times. Back to a 14-point lead. We just don't need to give up 3 or 4 threes in a row here.
4 minutes remaining in the contest. In the zone, Vasquez and Hensley at the top. Dixon on the drive, takes on Holland. Carter goes up. It's a miss. And Clinton going the other way. Johnson to Standridge. And they're going to whistle Sam, I think, for a double dribble. Had a couple of bears between him and the basket, and he was going to turn and spin and take it back out.
I don't believe they'll beat us in the lane if we don't let them get about 3 threes in a row here. So here comes the shooter. That usually means a pass, go behind people.
4 players behind the three-point line. Got a post down on the block. Holland defending. They get the pass in, and maybe a little bit of a push from behind by Carter Holland. That may be his 4th personal foul, the team's 2nd here in the 4th quarter.
You know, you can kind of get that stiff arm on that back, but when you put 2 hands on people, they're just not going to let you. And that's pretty obvious. I think that's a good call.
Holland's got 4, but we're down to 3:17 remaining with a 14-point lead. He'll stay in the ball game. Into the lane. Shot up won't go. Johnson for the rebound. Brendan gets it to Holland across midcourt. Back to Brendan. He's going to step down the lane. Shot won't go in traffic. And a foul is called on the shot. So Brendan Johnson's going to go to the free throw line, stopping the game clock with 3:04 remaining. Brendan's got a couple of free throws made. And
we had numbers there, and it would have been a great layup. But, boy, we're running 20, 25 seconds off the clock right now. We just about put blue team out of reach.
Brendan gets the first free throw. I've got him unofficially with 17 points now in the ball game. Second free throw to come. Up and in.
Shoots a pretty ball. Good rotation.
Good follow through. It comes off his hand, off his fingers. 54-38. And Standridge, I think, reaching for the steal. Whistled for the foul. Team's 3rd. Standridge, that's his 3rd foul. And Ozark Mountain's going to throw it away. It's out of bounds. Belongs to Clinton with 2:48 to go. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt. Hensley and Standards, they get it across. High post outside. Vasquez, 3-pointer from the wing. Good. J.J. Vasquez, I think that's his first points of the day. It's a 3. 57-38. Biggest lead of the ball game for Clinton. 19 with 2:25 to go. 3-point shot by Dixon. Just short off the rim. But for the rebound, 3-pointer won't go. Inside, Dixon gets it. Turn, spin, left hand, good. Tate Dixon for 2 more. And I've got him for 20.
A bunch.
I think 24 unofficially of Ozark Mountain's 40 points with 2 minutes to go.
Shot clock's in our favor. Run the clock, run the clock.
Johnson back out high. Standridge under 10. Shot clock. Holland in the lane. And lost that one, or trying to get a pass in traffic.
There. I think he tried to force it.
Minute 30 seconds to go. Ozark Mountain basketball. Bounce pass. Dixon inside. Turn, spin. Try to shoot over Holland. Might have been blocked. The shot by Gilmore. Clinton comes up away with it.
Brendan got the rebound.
Inside to Standridge. 2 defenders there. Leans in. Now elevates. Gets it up. Can't get the shot to fall. Rebound Ozark Mountain. 1 minute, 8 seconds. Just in front of the Clinton cheer squad. Down to our left. Making the holiday trip up today. Now, I don't know if they got a full squad. They got a lot of cheerleaders this year, but I know that if they're not full, they're not missing many tonight.
Sometimes it's hard to get the cheer squad on the holidays because they've been cheering since football season.
That's right, yeah.
You know, when you get 12, 15 games or whatever we played in football, now you played 20 already, probably in basketball.
Mm-hmm. Under a minute in this one. 2-point attempt won't go. Holland for the rebound, pulls it down. Carter Holland, he's committed to play at Harding University next year. Play college basketball. It'll be fun to watch when we get into conference play. Hope you can come out to Yellow Jacket Arena and watch he and his teammates. And the steal. Ozark Mountain going the other way. Jake Zimelek. He'll put it up. It won't go. Standards to the rebound. And a little bit of a foul from behind on Ozark Mountain. Only their third team foul, I think. So Clinton basketball with 20 seconds remaining in the contest. Standridge and Hester out on the floor. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Defense trying to steal but not foul. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and that'll do it. Clinton Senior Boys get the win over the Ozark Mountain School District Bears, 57-40, in the North Arkansas Community College Classic here from the Pioneer Pavilion on Saturday evening. 57-40 your final. So both Clinton teams win today. Senior girls defeat Ozark Mountain in the game prior, 61-52, and the boys get the 17-point win here in this one. Both teams will return on Monday, 2 o'clock and 3:20. Senior girls to be followed by the senior boys. The teams will meet up at midcourt now. Both teams and the cheer squad for a post-game prayer. We'll step away. Stay with us. We'll wrap it up when we return. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Visiting with Clay Maxey, your hometown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. Here's something we don't hear anymore. Prices are dropping at Clay Maxey.
We've just decided with inflation and the way prices are going up on everybody, we wanted to take a real hard look and see how we could help the community by lowering some of our prices. Across the board, we've done everything that we could do to lower prices on our services, our cost of labor, our used inventory. We've got to do it in order to be responsive to our community and our customers.
See the change at ClayMaxeyCDJR.com.
Adventure awaits, and with the all-new lineup of Chevrolets, those adventures can become reality. Joe Lee Chevrolet has the best lineup of cars, SUVs, and trucks ever. Why go from A to B when imagination can take you everywhere? And remember, when you need service work, Joe Lee's service department can keep your Chevrolet running like new. Make your best deal today at Joe Lee Chevrolet in Clinton. Find new roads in your new Chevy vehicle.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Yellow Jacket basketball is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters, by Main Street Florist, by Joe and Hash, Troy Groszowski with Edward Jones of Clinton, by Carrie Renfro of CMG Home Loans, by Susie Allen Salon, by Meller Sanitation, by the Webb Family Auction. These fine sponsors help bring you tonight's game.
And we're back. It's classic place. The next two teams up, I think that's Rogers High School. The Class 6A Mounties going to be taking on Rural Special. So is that going to be 6A against Class A, Boji Hester?
That's right. That's exactly right.
Quite the spread in this coming up. It's a Rogers team that Clinton defeated yesterday in the ball game on Friday. Ended up with a 10-point win over Rogers. And we've talked about how Clinton certainly they've kind of ran the gamut of classifications and teams. They played all over the state this year on the senior boys side, and so that'll look nice on the win column as the year goes on over Rogers. And so they got that, and we'll see. But both teams will have an opportunity on Monday to return and finish up here in the Classic here from North Arkansas Community College. So looking at this one, I may have missed some numbers in this one, but for Ozark Mountain, it was almost all Tate Dixon. I think I had him with maybe 24 in the ball game, including 4 3-point field goals. Number 30 for Ozark Mountain. Other than him, I think only 2 other players had multiple field goals. I had Cooper Baker with 6 and Mason Gilmore with 4. A couple other players to score, Samuel Riddell with 3 and Jake Zimelek with a single point in the ball game. For Clinton, I only had 5 players score in the ball game, including Gus Scroggins for 2, J.J. Vasquez for 3. That was a 3-point field goal. Hester Hensley had the big first half for Clinton, 10 points in the first half, probably offensively, scoring-wise, probably his best half of the year.
Yeah, single half, I'm sure.
With 10 in that. And now you think, well, what happened in the second half? Well, I don't know if he might not have had as many touches. I know he probably didn't have to score because Brendan Johnson comes on all of his points in the second half. Brendan Johnson had 18. He lit it up there in the second half and maybe kind of like a vacuum, took all the points away from everyone else, finishing with 18. And Carter Holland finishing as the leading scorer, like most nights for this Clinton Senior Boys team. I've got him with 24 unofficial in the contest, a couple of 3-pointers in that for Clinton on that. So kind of your thoughts, Boji Hester, on kind of looking back at tonight's game.
Well, I think this, and I guess I can say smaller schools because they're Class A, but most of those teams just can't match up physically or depth-wise. And, you know, we get into the legs a little bit. But those schools, that's what they do year-round. You know, they don't play football. Mm-hmm. So some of these schools like us, we don't get our kids till mid-November maybe. So I always felt like when I was up here at Green Forest that those teams would beat you because they could really shoot it and they'd really try to guard you. But I think our team's on a decent roll. I think we play at Tech next week on maybe Tuesday, and then we play Morton at home maybe on the 7th. Starts our conference, so I think we're in good shape right now.
Yeah, as we near the end of the first half of the season, the pre-holiday slate, and they'll look again at those couple of wins last week over Arkadelphia and Star City, and then these 2 wins so far last Friday and Monday. They'll get another chance on Monday against the girls are going to play Rural Special, and I think the boys are going to play Concord on that day. So they'll get a chance on Monday before they break for that. So, well, time for the first Arkansas Bank and Trust Players of the Game. Again, appreciate their title sponsorship again this season, the Player of the Game. Stop at their branch at the Northside Shopping Center there across from Goods Cash Saver Pizza Hut, and tell them you enjoy listening to Yellow Jacket basketball, especially today. When we left Clinton earlier today, it was raining, it was foggy, and it stayed that way off and on most of the trip up. It kind of cleared out a little bit the further north we got, maybe from St. Joe on or from Pendle on or stuff. We'll have to see going back if we have to drive back through it. But folks we might have had more folks listening today than we had here today watching the ball game. There were a lot of folks here from Clinton, but certainly glad for First Arkansas Bank and Trust, our other sponsors, for making sure the broadcast happened. Your thoughts today on our player of the game, Boji Hester?
It's almost like 2 halves. You know, I don't think there's any doubt that Brendan was a player of the game in the second half. And then when you look at just the workmanlike that Carter does every game, rebound, pass, dribble, score, you know, you got to kind of give him the overall. But if we can share it, I think I'd share it with Carter and Brennan.
I think so. We'll make them the first Arkansas Bank and Trust co-players of the game, the senior Carter Holland, the junior Brendan Johnson. And I think that's what other folks must be noticing as well. You were telling me last night it was Brendan Johnson in the win over Rogers from Casey Scribner, and the State Farm player of the game tonight. State Farm player of the game is Carter Holland. So those two have kind of led the way, at least offensively, if nothing else. Those players do other things on the court as well. Carter Holland, you throw in his rebounds, you throw in his putbacks inside, his defensive play, and they do things on the court to earn those. But there are players of the game in the win today. Our girls' game earlier, I think we also had co-players of the game with Olivia Johnson and Maggie Gresham. Sydney Standridge and had that for us in the broadcast. And so good efforts by all those, and wins by both the Clinton Senior Girls and Clinton Senior Boys today from North Arkansas Community College. They'll return on Monday for the broadcast. Will you return on Monday, Boji Hester?
I'll be here. If my grandkid's playing, I'm probably there.
The Hesters travel well, and I'm certainly glad to have Boji with us on the broadcast. We've had him now for several years, watching his grandkids play. Whenever my collie's away or I'm away, he's filled in for us, and former coach. And we enjoy having Boji with us as my collie is away. He'll be back on Monday, I think, for the broadcast, and we'll look forward to bringing that to you. Aaron Duhan will be back as he's in for Christmas break from Arkansas Tech University. He's our video engineer, runs the live stream for us. And
I'm up here by Duhan, but I can't dance like him, I guarantee you.
Oh, Aaron's a lot of fun. He's an engineer to be at Arkansas Tech, valedictorian from Clinton High School last year, and he does a fantastic job, and certainly glad to have him. Ron Robertson was in the studio for us today in downtown Clinton, and certainly glad to have him with us as well. Thanks to Sid King for getting everything set up and programmed through the week, and we'll plan to return again on Monday, 2 o'clock for the senior girls, 3:20 for the senior boys. For Boji Hester, I'm Jeff Hall. You've been listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.